Phoenix Nights. Chapter 3170. The God-exterminating demon palace had been passed down for countless years. It was the primordial demon clan in the primal chaos demon world. This clan had once produced an extreme path demon ancestor. However, the extreme path demon ancestor of the God-exterminating demon palace had disappeared during that battle. Some people believed that the primogenitor of the God-destroying demon palace had fallen, but others believed that the primogenitor was still alive. However, there was one thing that everyone was certain of. After that battle, the primogenitor of the God-exterminating demon palace had never appeared again. As the primitive demons, the God-destroying demon palace had an unshakable position in the primal chaos realm. In the central region of the primal chaos realm, the God-destroying demon palace had a vast territory. The territory of the God-destroying demon palace was almost comparable to the entire western region. This was the confidence of the primitive demons. They had a vast territory and ruled over billions of creatures. The largest territory of the primal chaos realm was the central region. Of course, this was based on the known territory. The primal chaos realm was too big. The unknown territories were much larger than the known territories. This time, the God-destroying demon palace had mobilized a large force to attack mystical Demon Mountain, but they had suffered a defeat. When the news came back, the entire God-destroying demon palace was shocked. In particular, even the second and seventh demonic ancestors had fallen. Such a loss was absolutely immeasurable and difficult to make up for. The 7 great demonic ancestors of the God-destroying demon palace could intimidate the other primitive demons. However, now that only 5 of the 7 great demonic ancestors were left, the situation was different. The Chaos Demon Realm was a world where the strong preyed on the weak. If a weak race wanted to survive, they would have to rely on a strong race. Once the strength of the strong declined, the other strong would hit them when they were down. The Primal Chaos Realm was a world where whoever had the hardest fist was the boss. The fist of the God-destroying demon palace was obviously not as hard as before. The news that mystical Demon Mountain had defeated the God-destroying demon palace quickly spread throughout the cultivation world of the Primal Chaos Realm. It was important to know that the God-destroying demon palace was made up of primitive demons. At this time, the ancestral land of the God-destroying demon palace was heavily guarded. Even people who wanted to enter and leave the ancestral land had to be strictly interrogated to prevent people from mystical Demon Mountain from sneaking in. At the same time, the God-destroying demon palace also sent out countless spies. These spies only had one mission, and that was to closely monitor the movements of the Black Demon Mountain. With the end of the great battle between the Black Demon Mountain and the Destruction Demon Palace, the western region of the Chaos Demon Realm regained its rare peace. However, everyone knew that the peace in the western region was only temporary, because the ruler of the Mystic Demon Mountain had already announced that he would attack the Demon Extermination Palace. The ruler of Mystic Demon Mountain was naturally not Mystic Demon Mountain Master, but Gu Fei. At this time, in the Black Demon Palace on Black Demon Mountain, Gu Fei was sitting on the throne in the middle of the main hall. He crossed his legs and looked at the guys standing below with a faint smile on his face. 3 days had already passed since that battle. The battlefield had already been cleaned up, and the Black Demon Mountain had obtained many good things. It should be known that the Golden Rock Goddess had taken down 3 demon warships. Naturally, there were many good things on the devil warship. This time, the God-destroying demon palace had really become a transport team, and the first demon ancestor was the captain of the transport team. The strength of the Black Demon Mountain had greatly increased, and on the contrary, the God-destroying demon palace had suffered heavy losses. It was estimated that they would not be able to recover for a long time. Moreover, Gu Fei would not give the God-destroying demon palace a chance to breathe. "How are the preparations going?" Gu Fei said indifferently. Replying to Master, "It's almost ready. In a few hours we can set off." Below the throne, Mystic Demon Mountain Master said respectfully. "Very good. Did the Falling Moon Demon Palace agree to our conditions?" Gu Fei asked. He did not raise his head to look at Mystic Demon Mountain Master. Replying to Master, they dare not refuse. Mystic Demon Mountain, Master said. He could not help but feel a little proud. The people of the Falling Moon Demon Palace had always been arrogant. Now that he could trample them under his feet, this feeling was really great. Of course, this was all because of Gu Fei. Gu Fei was not someone to be trifled with. The Heavenly Horned Demon had gone against him again and again. Although he did not have any deep hatred with the Heavenly Horned Demon, he could not let him go just like that. No matter what, this old demon had to pay a price. Very well, then you all go and prepare. Gu Fei waved his hand and said. He was going to attack the God-destroying Demon Palace. The people of the God-destroying Demon Palace were too despicable. They should be thanking the heavens for not causing trouble for him, but they actually dared to attack Mystic Demon Mountain. Weren't they courting death? At the same time, in the ancestral ground of the Falling Moon Demon Palace, the Heavenly Horned Demon's cave was extremely pained. Damn you, Gu Fei! You dare to send people to threaten me? I'll endure it. Once I recover my former invincible cultivation, I'll find you first. The black-robed middle-aged man of the Heavenly Horned Demon Palace was filled with hatred. At this time, 3 incomparably huge warships rushed out of the ancestral ground of the Falling Moon Demon Palace. They were 3 pitch-black Black Moon warships made from Black Moon Demon Iron. Black Moon Demon Iron was a rare type of demon iron. It contained powerful demon essence and was a top-grade material for refining demon weapons. This type of demon iron was unique to the ancestral ground of the Falling Moon Demon Palace. The Black Moon warships were incomparably powerful warships refined by the Falling Moon Demon Palace. These 3 warships were like 3 black demon mountains, emitting a heart-palpitating aura of the demon path. The pitch-black hull was covered with slashes from swords, spears, and halberds. These 3 warships had been baptized by the flames of war. There were only 7 such warships in the entire Falling Moon Devil Palace. This time, they had lent 3 of them to the Black Demon Mountain. This was definitely a big move. The Black Moon warships were very famous in ancient times. Even in the current era, these warships were much more powerful than the demon warships of the God-destroying Demon Palace. It should be known that the entire Black Moon warship was an incomparably huge demon weapon. The Black Moon warships that were like 3 demon mountains rushed out of the ancestral ground of the Falling Moon Demon Palace. This shocked countless people. Each Black Moon warship emitted an incomparably powerful demonic aura. The demonic aura emitted by the Black Moon warships was at the level of a great demon Venerable. Even the cultivators of the Falling Moon Demon Palace, who were tens of thousands of miles away, could sense the presence of the warships. What happened? Is the Falling Moon Demon Palace going to war? Someone said something like that. In the western regions, besides the 2 giants, Mystic Demon Mountain and the Falling Moon Demon Palace, there were countless other forces. Of course, these forces were nothing to the Falling Moon Demon Palace and the Black Demon Mountain. However, these forces were also very afraid that the people of the Falling Moon Demon Palace and the Black Demon Mountain would be carried out on a whim. If that happened, they would be in trouble. At this moment, the 3 Black Moon warships flew across the void like 3 mountains. Powerful waves of demonic power spread out from the 3 warships, causing the entire void to tremble. Soon, the 3 Black Moon warships were far away from the ancestral ground of the Falling Moon Demon Palace. Then, countless demonic patterns emerged on the 3 Black Moon warships. Swoosh! The 3 Black Moon demonic ships broke through the void and disappeared. Not long after, the sky above Mystic Demon Mountain changed color. The sun and the moon lost their light. Beams of demonic light rushed out of the void, and the void rippled like water. Then, the 3 incomparably huge warships passed through the water-like void and appeared directly in the sky above Mystic Demon Mountain. A powerful demonic aura spread out from the 3 warships, alarming all the cultivators of the demons within a radius of hundreds of thousands of miles around Mystic Demon Mountain. Everyone was extremely shocked. The spies of the major forces immediately reported the situation, especially the spies of the exterminating Demon Palace. The Black Moon warships of the Falling Moon Demon Palace appeared in the Mystic Demon Mountain. What is going on? In the ancestral ground of the exterminating Demon Palace, there was a large hall with incomparably powerful figures sitting in it. The person sitting on the throne in the middle was the first Demon Lord of the exterminating Demon Palace. The first Demon Lord of the exterminating Demon Palace was definitely the existence with the highest status in the exterminating Demon Palace. On both sides of the hall sat the experts of the exterminating Demon Palace, led by the remaining Demon Lords of the 7 Great Demon Lords. As for the others, they were the elders of the exterminating Demon Palace. Among these elders, some had even followed the first ancestor of the exterminating Demon Palace. Did they form an alliance? Someone in the hall said. We can't rule out this possibility. Someone nodded. If the Mystic Demon Mountain really formed an alliance with the Falling Moon Demon Palace, then the people of the exterminating Demon Palace would be out of luck. Even the powerful exterminating Demon Palace felt a great threat when the two superpowers joined forces. The exterminating Demon Palace was facing the danger of being exterminated. This was not an exaggeration. Whether it was the Mystic Demon Mountain or the Falling Moon Demon Palace, they both had extreme Dao experts. Although those extreme Dao experts were no longer as powerful as they were in the past, they were still extreme Dao experts. What should we do? An ancestor sitting on the lower right side of the throne said. This ancestor was the 3rd Demon Lord of the exterminating Demon Palace. We'll deal with it when it comes. So what if the Mystic Demon Mountain and the Falling Moon Demon Palace form an alliance? Do you think we're afraid of them? A Demon Lord sitting on the lower left side of the throne said coldly. That's easy for you to say. They have extreme Dao experts. What do we have? Someone said. Song Long, what did you say? Are you really going to be a coward to the end? Someone said disdainfully. TSK, this guy is a coward. Don't lower yourself to his level. Someone else added. You guys. The expression of the demon ancestor named Song Long changed again and again when he heard this. He had only spoken the truth, but these fellows had pinned the title of coward on his head. In the Great Hall, everyone was criticizing demon ancestor Song Long. Only the first demon ancestor, who was sitting on the throne, did not speak. Boss, looks like we need to ask the Lu clan for help. The 3rd Demon Lord said to the first Demon Lord. That's right. All of this was caused by that bastard Demon Lu. If it wasn't for him, would we have ended up like this? The 5th Demon Lord said angrily. Then let's ask the Lu clan for help. Chapter 3171. The primitive demons of the chaotic demon world were very low-key, but the demon-destroying palace and the other primitive demons were the exact opposite. They were very high-profile. The leaders of these two primitive demons were very ambitious. They were not satisfied with the status quo, so the two primitive demons even formed an alliance. The one who formed an alliance with the demon-destroying palace was the Lu clan. The Lu clan had an extraordinary position in the chaotic demon world because the ancestor of the Lu clan might reappear in the world. The ancestor of the Lu clan was a willow tree that was born from chaos. It was a demonic willow tree that was so powerful that it could change the color of the heavens. However, even the ancestor of the Lu clan disappeared. In the ancestral land of the Lu clan, there was a huge willow tree. It was a willow tree that had withered. Some people said that it was the original body of the ancestor of the Lu clan. Only when the soul was destroyed would the original body wither. Some people guessed that the ancestor of the Lu clan had already fallen. However, some people also said that the withered willow tree in the ancestral land of the Lu clan would come back to life. The ancestor of the Lu clan would return and lead the Lu clan to conquer the world. At this time, Demon Lu had already returned to the ancestral land of the Lu clan. As soon as he returned to the ancestral land of the Lu clan, a white-haired old man grabbed him by the collar and threw him into a valley surrounded by devil chi. Ancestor, don't do this to your grandson. Let me out. Demon Lu's anxious voice came from the divine valley. At this time, there were sounds of wind and thunder in the valley. Bolts of lightning fell from the sky and directly crashed into the valley. Demon Lu's pig-like screams came from the valley. Brat, you still don't know how much trouble you've caused. Think about it carefully in there, the white-haired old man said and turned to leave. Don't. Ancestor, I won't do it again. Don't leave me here, Demon Lu said in fear. However, the white-haired old man no longer paid attention to him. He had already gone far away. Rumble! There were sounds of thunder in the valley. Bolts of lightning kept bombarding down from the sky. Demon Lu kept screaming, but no one paid attention to him. This valley was a cage used by the Lu tribe to punish the wrongdoers. The Lu tribe member who was thrown into the valley could not escape unless the people outside let him out. Lu Mo's status in the Lu clan wasn't low, but there were plenty of people whose status was higher than his. At this time, the news of the exterminating demon palace's defeat had already spread to the Lu clan's ancestral grounds. The Lu clan's higher-ups were shocked. After all, they were allies with the exterminating demon palace. The exterminating god demon palace had already sent news that all of this was actually done by demonic Lu. Since demonic Lu had tricked the exterminating god demon palace and caused the death of the two great demon ancestors of the exterminating god demon palace. This matter was no small matter. If it was true, then even Lu Mo would suffer a calamity. The people of the exterminating demonic palace would definitely come to question him. In the ancestral court hall of the Lu clan's ancestral lands, a group of senior members of the Lu clan had gathered. The atmosphere in the ancestral court hall was somewhat depressing. No one spoke. The current leader of the Lu clan was called Lu Tianjing, and the one who had caused the trouble was his direct descendant. To be precise, it was his great-great-grandson. Lu Tianjing had a great background. He was the son of the Lu clan's founding ancestor. Ancestor, you should say something. I've already thrown that boy into Purgatory Valley to await the clan leader's punishment. A white-haired old man standing in the hall lowered his head and said. Everyone in the hall looked at Lu Tianjing, who was sitting on the throne. Everyone in the Lu clan was the descendant of the clan leader. No one was more senior than Lu Tianjing. That's it. It's not a bad idea to let the little guy temper himself. Let him know that there's always a higher sky and a demon above a demon, Lu Tianjing said lightly. He didn't seem to care at all that demonic Lu had caused such a great disaster outside. But the exterminating god demon palace. The white-haired old man wanted to say something but stopped. Humph! Are you afraid of the exterminating god demon palace? Lu Tianjing was a little annoyed. He looked at the white-haired old man below, and his eyes became sharp. A powerful pressure spread from his body. No, the Lu clan is not afraid of anyone. I'm just worried that it will affect our alliance with the exterminating god demon palace, the white-haired old man said. Lu Ao, why do I feel that you're becoming more and more cowardly? Have you lived for too long? Have you lost your courage? Lu Tianjing said coldly. The white-haired old man called Lu Ao began to sweat. That's it. If the exterminating god demon palace wants to punish us, tell the first demon lord to come find me. You all leave. I need some peace and quiet. Lu Tianjing waved his hand impatiently. Yes, great ancestor. Lu Ao didn't dare to say anything else. He hurriedly bowed to Lu Tianjing and left the hall. Soon, all the higher-ups of the Lu clan left the hall. Only the Lu clan leader, Lu Tianjing, who was sitting on the throne, was left in the spacious hall. In the Lu clan, Lu Tianjing was the supreme demon in everyone's eyes. For countless years, no one had dared to challenge his authority. He was the ruler of the Lu clan. Interesting. The supreme demon of the Shin clan? Lu Tianjing muttered to himself. His eyes were filled with excitement and bloodlust. The news of the supreme demon of the Shin clan had already spread. This news caused a great stir in the entire Chaos Demon realm. After all, the enemy of the Chaos Demon realm was the Shin clan. The appearance of a supreme demon of the Shin clan in the Chaos Demon realm made all the Devil Path forces extremely nervous. In particular, the forces of the demons who had once hunted down the Golden Rock clan felt even more insecure. The supreme demon of the Shin clan that had appeared this time was the primogenitor of the Golden Rock clan. However, the primogenitor of the Golden Rock clan did not start a massacre. Instead, he stayed in the Black Demon Palace at the peak of Black Demon Mountain. No one knew what he would do next. At this time, the Black Demon Mountain was filled with people. 3 pitch-black warships were floating in the sky above Black Demon Mountain. Those were the 3 Black Moon Demon ships that Gu Fei had borrowed from the Falling Moon Demon Palace. Many people had already guessed what the expert behind Black Demon Mountain was going to do. They were going to exterminate the Demon Palace. At this time, the 100,000 demon soldiers of Black Demon Mountain had already boarded the 3 Black Moon Demon ships. The higher-ups of Black Demon Mountain were also on the move. People were boarding the ships continuously. In these 3 days, experts of the Golden Rock clan constantly found Black Demon Mountain. It had to be said that there were very few clansmen of the Golden Rock clan. Apart from the Golden Rock goddess, there was only a middle-aged man and an old man. The middle-aged man was the uncle of the Golden Rock goddess, and the old man was her grandfather. In the entire Chaos Demon realm, there were only 3 clansmen of the Golden Rock clan left. This was something that Sun Kei had never imagined. It should be known that the Golden Rock clan was extremely powerful in the past. They had millions of Golden Rock soldiers and were an overlord force in the Ancestor God realm. But now, there were only 4 people in the Chaos Demon realm, including Sun Kei, the primogenitor of the Golden Rock clan. Sun Kei was very depressed. So many years had passed, and he didn't know how many of his clansmen were still alive in the Ancestor God realm. During the time he disappeared, his clansmen were probably in a bad situation. He was very clear what would happen to the Golden Rock clan in the Ancestor God realm if they lost a primogenitor like him. Of course, he also had some life-and-death friends in the Ancestor God realm. He hoped that those people would give him face and take care of his clansmen. "What are you thinking about?" At this time, a voice suddenly entered Sun Kei's ears, causing him to wake up from his deep thoughts. He stood up from the ground and turned around, only to see Gu Fei walking in from outside. This was Sun Kei's residence, a room in the rear hall of the Black Demon Palace. "I'm thinking about how to return to the Ancestor God realm." Sun Kei didn't hide it. His expression was a little gloomy because the passage between the Chaos Demon realm and the Ancestor God realm had been sealed. "With your cultivation, breaking the seal and directly blasting out a passage is as easy as flipping your hand." Gu Fei sat on a stone stool and said, "It's not that simple. I've gone to take a look. It wasn't a single Supreme Demon Ancestor that sealed that place, but the result of at least 3 Supreme Demon Ancestors working together," Sun Kei said. If he could restore his previous peak cultivation, he might have a chance to break the seal, but he couldn't do so now. Although he could still use the power of the Supreme Demon Ancestor, he was not a true Supreme Demon Ancestor. The battle back then had injured his vitality, and he had to hide in the mountain and river diagram for countless years. Although the mountain and river diagram was a Supreme Demon artifact, it could only allow him to hide, and it couldn't help him heal. Moreover, even if he absorbed all the essence of the mountain and river diagram, it would be difficult for him to return to his peak state. It was actually sealed by several Supreme Demon Ancestors working together? Gu Fei couldn't help but be shocked. In other words, after that battle, several Supreme Demon Ancestors actually survived? Only a living Supreme Demon Ancestor could seal that place. "If only I could devour that ancestral god heart," Sun Kei sighed and said. "I can't help you with that," said Gu Fei as he shrugged his shoulders. The ancestral god's heart that had charged out from the burning demon desolate domain had disappeared to God knows where. Furthermore, even if he could find the ancestral god's heart, he was not confident that he could capture it. "Are you almost ready?" Sun Kei asked. "Yes. It's time to go." Gu Fei nodded and said. The reason why he appeared here was to invite Sun Quebec. It was difficult for him to shake the exterminating god's demon palace with his strength alone, but it was different with Sun Quebec. Although Sun Kei wasn't a true Supreme Demon Ancestor, he could use the power of the Supreme Demon Realm, and his body was also the supreme demon body. It was extremely powerful, like a human-shaped supreme demon artifact. Then let's go, Sung Kei said. He needed a large amount of essence chi to recover his cultivation. The essence chi of devil experts was also a type of essence chi in the world. In his eyes, there was nothing special about it. It was also essence chi that could be refined and absorbed. Haha, okay, I promise that you will be surprised when we take down the exterminating god's demon palace. Chapter 3172. In the sky above the Black Demon Mountain, the 3 black moon warships were suspended in the void like 3 demonic mountains, giving off a strong sense of oppression. It was as if a huge stone was pressing on one's heart, making one feel suffocated. At this time, the area within a radius of 100,000 miles around the Black Demon Mountain was shrouded by a fiendish aura. All the spies of the other forces had retreated. It was obvious that the Black Demon Mountain was going to attack the Destruction Demon Palace. There was no need to monitor the Black Demon Mountain anymore. However, the ancestral land of the Falling Moon Devil Palace was very calm. Because the 3 Black Moon warships had appeared on the Black Demon Mountain, many people thought that the Black Demon Mountain and the Falling Moon Devil Palace had formed an alliance. However, when the Black Demon Mountain was preparing to set out, the Falling Moon Demon Palace did not show any signs of abnormality. This surprised the spies of many forces. What's going on? Could it be that those fellows from the Black Demon Mountain didn't form an alliance with the Falling Moon Devil Palace? Outside the Setting Moon Devil Palace's ancestral grounds, a mysterious figure flashed and disappeared. At this time, 2 figures walked out of the Black Demon Palace at the peak of the Black Demon Mountain. They were Gu Fei and Sung Quebec. Sung Kei's background was too great. He was the ancestor of the Chaos Golden Rock clan. Existences of this level were almost extinct in the Chaos Demon realm. Even the Heavenly Horn Demon of the Falling Moon Demon Palace was probably a descendant of Sung Quebec. Gu Fei and Sung Kei boarded a Black Moon demonic ship. The 2 of them stood on the deck, and behind them stood Mystic Demon Mountain Master, Devil Rock Emperor, Luo Ping, Phoenix Sparrow Witch, Golden Rock Goddess, and others. The Chaos Demonic Rock Race's Demonic Rock Lady and the Old Man did not appear. There weren't many people standing on the deck of the Black Moon magic ship that Gu Fei and the others were on, but the decks of the other 2 magic ships were densely packed with soldiers in black magic armor. The Black Moon demonic ship was incomparably large. Even if there were tens of thousands of black demon soldiers standing on the deck, it would not seem crowded. At this time, Gu Fei nodded to Mystic Demon Mountain Master who was standing beside him. Mystic Demon Mountain Lord immediately understood. He stepped forward and waved his hand. Let's go! Rumble! A mass of demonic light immediately rushed out of the 3 Black Moon warships. The 3 warships rose into the sky and broke into the void. The powerful demonic power spread out, and the entire void was shaking. High up in the sky, 3 mountain-like demonic warships gradually broke through the void. This scene was absolutely shocking. Many figures appeared in the sky. These mysterious people were the demonic demons mountain. The black demonic ship, that demonic mountain was broke through the void. Demonic sect. The old ancestor of the Falling Moon Demon Palace received the news immediately. The Heaven Horn Demon was incomparably shocked. He thought that Gu Fei and the others were just spreading the news of attacking the exterminating God Demon Palace to throw them into chaos. However, who would have thought that those fellows on the Mystic Demon Mountain would actually attack the God-destroying Demon Palace? One should know that the God-destroying Demon Palace was the primordial demon race of the primal Chaos Demon world. The power of the primitive demons was beyond doubt. The primitive demons had a very deep foundation. They had been passed down for countless years and still stood tall in the world of cultivation. Since ancient times, no one had been able to shake the primitive demons. However, today, someone had mobilized a large force to attack the primitive demons. When the news spread, the entire world of cultivation in the chaotic demon world was shocked. How is this possible? Someone is attacking the primitive demons? Voices of disbelief came from the ancient lands of some major forces. Some old antiques that had disappeared for countless years jumped out. It should be known that attacking the primitive demons was definitely a major event. Of course, such things had happened before since ancient times. In order to become the ruler of the chaos demon world, some peerless experts naturally had to challenge the ruling position of the primitive demon race. However, all the peerless demons who dared to challenge the ruling position of the primordial demon race ended up dead in the end. In the past 10,000 years, there had been no peerless experts who could challenge the primitive demons. The most recent peerless expert who dared to challenge the primitive demons was the peerless fiendish demon from 15,000 years ago. In the end, the peerless fiendish demon's blood spilled on the ground. He was killed by an expert of the primitive demons outside the ancestral land. His demon blood dyed the ground outside the ancestral land black. 10,000 years had passed, but the smell of blood still lingered outside the ancestral land of the primitive demons. The smell of blood had yet to dissipate. Of course, the primitive demons that Gu Fei and the others were going to attack were not the primitive demons that had killed the peerless fiendish demon. They were going to attack the god-destroying demon palace. Every move of the Black Demon Mountain was under the surveillance of the god-destroying demon palace's informants. When the 3 black moon warships hovering above the Black Demon Mountain took off, the informants of the god-destroying demon palace sent the news back to the ancestral land of the god-destroying demon palace. Soon, a demonic fire appeared in the sky above the ancestral land of the god-destroying demon palace. The demonic fire completely ignored the defensive formation of the ancestral land and directly fell into the depths of the ancestral land. In an ancestral hall in the depths of the ancestral land of the god-destroying demon palace, a figure sitting on a throne waved his hand. A fiery light flew in from outside the hall and fell into his hand. The demonic fire flickered in this person's hand, and his gloomy face flickered. This person was the ruler of the god-destroying demon palace, the first demon ancestor. "It's finally coming!" As the first demon spoke, he clenched his right hand and the demonic fire immediately dissipated in the void. He had already read the information in the demonic fire. The demonic fire that was scattered in the void was not an ordinary demonic fire, but a kind of demonic fire that sent messages. This kind of demonic fire was very magical. As long as this demonic fire was released, no matter how far away it would immediately return to its owner. This demonic fire was personally given to the informants of the god-destroying demon mountain by the first demon ancestor. "What? Big brother, does the Black Demon Mountain really dare to attack us?" A white-haired and white-browed old man sitting on the first seat on the right side of the throne said angrily. His long eyebrows were trembling, and his eyes were wide open, like an angry lion. This old man was the third of the 7 great demon ancestors of the god-destroying demon palace, the long-browed demon ancestor, also known as the third demon ancestor. The reason why the third demon ancestor could sit on the first seat on the right side of the throne was because his second brother, the second demon ancestor, had suffered a tragedy. He had foolishly gone to intercept and kill Gu Fei. As a result, the second demon ancestor of the god-destroying demon palace died. The death of the second demon ancestor and the 7th demon ancestor almost drove the remaining demons of the god-destroying demon palace crazy. When the first demon ancestor returned to the ancestral land of the god-destroying demon palace with his defeated army, he planned to directly go to the Lu clan to denounce them. He wanted to kill that bastard Lu Mo, who dared to trick him. Chapter 3173. The army of the Black Demon Mountain set off. 3 black moon warships borrowed from the falling moon demon palace soared into the sky, escaped into the void, and directly made a void jump. Warships of this level could directly enter the void. This was a kind of magical power similar to teleportation, but the distance was much further than teleportation. They could make a jump across regions. The 3 black moon warships, which were as big as mountains, moved quickly in the void under the cover of the demonic light. Outside the demonic ships, there were constantly chaotic lights flitting around the demonic ships. Gu Fei and the others only felt that time seemed to have stopped. After an unknown period of time, a light suddenly appeared in front of them, and the surrounding pitch-black void shook like water waves. Rumble! The void shook, and the bow of the warship that Gu Fei was on had already passed through the layer of wave-like void. Soon, the huge warship passed through the layer of void and appeared in the outside world. "We're finally here!" Gu Fei looked up at the divine sun hanging high in the sky. At this time, the group of experts on the warship directly came out of the void, and they were not very used to it. Boom! At this time, there was a loud sound. Gu Fei only felt a vibration under his feet, and the huge black moon warship was actually moved 1,000 feet away by a powerful force. What? The group of experts on the warship was shocked. They had just arrived here, and they were already attacked. It seemed that the guys from the god-exterminating demonic palace were already prepared. Gu Fei's feet seemed to have grown roots on the deck. No matter how the black moon warship shook, his feet were firmly nailed to the deck. He quickly scanned his surroundings and saw a ball of resplendent demonic light rushing out from the peak of a mountain on his right. That ball of demonic light directly bombarded the black moon demonic ship that he was on. It turned out that the black feather demonic ship had been bombarded by the demonic light just now. The power of this demonic light was frightening, and it could actually shake the black moon warship of the great demon Venerable level. Of course, that attack just now did not break the protective demonic light of the Black Moon warship. The defense of the Black Moon warship was very amazing. It should be known that this Black Moon warship was a warship that had been baptized by the flames of war. The body of the warship was left with countless slashes from swords, spears, and spears. Humph! At this moment, a sneer resounded from Gu Fei's side. After that, a figure charged out and slapped his palm towards the ball of demonic light that was blasting towards him. Boom! With a loud bang, the ball of demonic light exploded. Black chi and demonic fire erupted, instantly enveloping the void within a radius of 10,000 feet. The void was silently annihilated. Boom! At this moment, the demonic array on the Black Moon demonic ship displayed its might. Balls of demonic light shot out from the ship towards the mountain peak in the distance. As the demonic light descended, the mountain immediately exploded, and a figure rushed out from the mountain. "Where are you going?" The person who attacked just now was Mystic Demon Mountain Lord. He immediately chased after him. He took a step forward and disappeared into the void. When he reappeared, he had already caught up to the demon. Swoosh! A sword shadow of the void flashed by, and the head of the demon that escaped flew up. After beheading the demon, Mystic Demon Mountain Lord directly rushed towards the Black Moon warship where Gu Fei was. He returned to the deck and stood beside Gu Fei. Humph! What a reckless fellow! Luo Ping said disdainfully. At this moment, the other two Black Moon warships also passed through the void and appeared high up in the sky. However, at this moment, from the endless mountains below, countless demonic lights rushed out at the same time. The balls of demonic lights were like rounds of demonic moons, and they directly shot towards the sky. The three Black Moon warships on the sky bombarded them. In the originally quiet mountains, monstrous waves of demonic power rushed out, and a shocking murderous aura erupted. What? Seeing this scene, countless experts on the Black Moon warship were extremely shocked. How did the people from the god-destroying demonic palace know where they would appear? Gu Fei found it hard to believe. It was obvious that the people from the god-destroying demonic palace had been waiting here. When he arrived, they immediately launched an attack. This was not because there was a traitor on Mystic Demon Mountain, because even Mystic Demon Mountain Lord only knew where they would go at the last moment of the battle. Since there was no traitor, how did the god-destroying demonic palace know where they would appear? At this time, he did not have much time to think, because the countless demonic lights that bombarded from below were about to hit them. If they were hit by the countless demonic lights, even if the three Black Moon warships had stronger defense power, they would still be blasted from the sky by those demonic lights. However, at this time, Sun Ke made his move. Endless divine light rushed out from his body, and the divine light turned into divine spears that pierced towards the countless demonic lights that bombarded them. Before the demonic lights hit the Black Moon warships, they had already exploded. The void trembled, and a terrifying aura of destruction spread between heaven and earth. "Fight back!" Angry roars sounded from the 3 Black Moon warships. The killing formation on the Black Moon warships was activated, and countless formation patterns interweaved. Groups of demonic lights rushed out from the warships and bombarded the mountain ridges below. Loud noises came from below, and the mountain peaks that the demonic lights rushed out from were all blasted apart. Some demons escaped and were not killed by the demonic lights that were blasted out from the warships. However, some demons were not so lucky. The demonic lights that fell from the sky directly annihilated these demons, and not even their dregs were left. "Kill!" Luo Ping and Phoenix Sparrow Demon Lady made their move. They directly jumped off the warships and chased after the demons that were fleeing in all directions. They were demon lords, and as soon as they made their move, many demons were killed on the spot. Very soon, there were no more demons from the god-destroying demonic palace in the entire mountain ridges. All the demons had been killed. What surprised Gu Fei was that they actually had 0 casualties in the first battle, which was really beyond his expectations. This place was already very close to the ancestral land of the god-destroying demonic palace. Rumble! In the ancestral land of the god-exterminating devil palace, a warship rushed out. It was the devil warship of the god-exterminating devil palace. The god-exterminating devil palace originally had 12 devil warships, but when they attacked the Black Devil Mountain, 3 of the 12 devil warships were destroyed by the Golden Rock Goddess. Now, the god-destroying demonic palace only had 9 warships, but the number was still 3 times that of the mystical Devil Mountain. On the leading warship stood 5 great devil ancestors. The first devil ancestor's expression was incomparably solemn. This battle concerned the survival of the god-destroying demonic palace, and they could not lose. The third devil ancestor, and the others had never seen the first devil ancestor so serious and solemn. Could it be that they had no chance of winning even after using the ancestral weapon? Even the heavenly horned demon of the falling moon demon palace wasn't a true extreme Tao devil Venerable. However, he was once an extreme Tao devil Venerable, and could still use the power of the extreme Tao. The morale of the destroying god demon palace was greatly boosted. At this time, Black Demon Mountain Master, who was commanding the army to charge in the direction of the destroying god demon palace's ancestral land, frowned. The clouds in front of them were tumbling violently, and a powerful demonic power was coming from the front. Mystic Demon Mountain Lord hastily ordered the 3 Black Moon magic ships to stop. Just as the Black Moon magic ships stopped, a huge dragon broke through the clouds and rushed out. "This is..." Gu Fei and the others on the deck were stunned when they saw this scene. The army of the Destruction Demon Palace hadn't arrived yet, but this guy was rushing to die. "Which one of you is going to kill this demon dragon?" Gu Fei looked at the demon dragon that was rushing over and said. On the head of the demon dragon stood a black-clothed old man. A powerful demonic aura was spreading from the black-clothed old man. "I'll go!" The Golden Rock Goddess walked out. The other party was a demon ancestor. She seemed to be the only demon ancestor on her side. Even Black Demon Mountain Master was only a great demon Venerable, not a demon ancestor. The Ming brothers and Blood Devil were also great demon Venerable demons experts, but their cultivation had not reached the level of demon ancestor. The Golden Rock Goddess was extremely strong. Although she was not a demon, she was a god. Moreover, she was a god ancestor of the divine clan. Only god ancestor could compete with the demon ancestor. There were only 4 members of the Golden Rock tribe in the entire Chaos Demon realm. Moreover, this was in the case of a shortage. The uncle of the Golden Rock Goddess was also a god ancestor, and her grandfather was an ancient god ancestor. The ancient god ancestor was far more powerful than the ordinary god ancestors. "Okay." Gu Fei nodded to the Golden Rock Goddess. Although Black Demon Mountain Master was the commander of the army of Black Demon Mountain, The real decision-maker was not Black Demon Mountain Master. The Golden Rock Goddess smiled and flew up to the sky from the deck, facing the demon dragon that was rushing over. Compared to the huge dragon, the Golden Rock Goddess was really too small. A sneeze from the huge dragon could blow away her small body. However, in the cultivation world, size did not mean anything. With the appearance of the Golden Rock Goddess, the giant dragon immediately stopped in the void. When the black-clothed old man standing on the head of the giant dragon saw the Golden Rock Goddess, a shocking murderous aura immediately erupted from his body. "The Golden Rock Tribe, damn it!" The old man gritted his teeth and said. He was the fire dragon demon ancestor that the first demon ancestor had mentioned. Back then, he was a close friend of an ancestor of the Destruction Demon Palace. The ancestor-level existence of the exterminating god Demon Palace had died in the hands of an expert of the Golden Rock race in order to save him. When that ancestor-level existence had fallen, he had asked the Fire Dragon Devil ancestor to take care of the descendants of the exterminating god Demon Palace. Therefore, the Fire Dragon Demon ancestor had guarded the Destruction Demon Palace for tens of thousands of years. He had killed many demons who had come to attack the ancestral land of the Destruction Demon Palace. "Who are you?" Feeling the murderous aura of the other party, the Golden Rock Goddess's face immediately became solemn. Did this guy have a grudge against her? "Be careful, this guy is not simple." At this time, the voice of her uncle rang in the Golden Rock Goddess's heart. "What?" The Golden Rock Goddess was shocked. This guy could actually make her uncle pay attention to him. What was his background? Could it be that he was really an enemy of their clan? "Little bird, ask your adults to come out. You are not a match for me." The Fire Dragon Demon ancestor stared at the Golden Rock Goddess. His eyes were pitch black like two bottomless black holes. It was as though they could devour everything, including the souls of living creatures. The Golden Rock Goddess's eyes only made contact with the Fire Dragon Demon ancestor's eyes, and she felt as though her soul was about to leave her body. "Humph! How arrogant! You can say that after you beat me!" The Golden Rock Goddess didn't dare to make eye contact with the Fire Dragon Demon ancestor. An extremely powerful wave of divine power exploded from her body. The golden light was vast, and the shadow of a golden rock appeared indistinctly on the Golden Rock Goddess's body. It was as though it was about to fly. The power of the metal element exploded and the void was shaking. "Interesting. Let me send you on your way first." The Fire Dragon Demon ancestor, who was standing on the head of the demon dragon, had a hideous look on his face. A violent aura spread from his body. "Roar!" The fire dragon under the feet of the Fire Dragon Demon ancestor roared at the Golden Rock Goddess. The huge sound wave scattered the surrounding clouds, but it couldn't shake the Golden Rock Goddess. Boom! The next moment, a ball of demonic fire rushed out from the mouth of the Fire Dragon and blasted at the Golden Rock Goddess. Swoosh! The Golden Rock Goddess's body shook and two golden wings appeared on her back. The next moment, a golden light rushed out from one of her golden wings and turned into a peerless sword light. It slashed at the ball of demonic fire. With a flash of golden light, the ball of demonic fire was slashed into two halves. At the same time, the Golden Rock Goddess dashed to the front of the Fire Dragon Demon ancestor. She was even faster than the sword light that he released. Buzz! Chapter 3175. The strength of the Fire Dragon Demon ancestor was beyond the goddess' expectations. This old demon actually injured the goddess with just one move. Want to escape? Can you? The Fire Dragon Demon ancestor obviously had a grudge against the Golden Rock clan. He directly pounced forward and a ball of demonic fire surged out from his body. It instantly swept out and enveloped a part of the void. The demonic fire that swept out directly swallowed the goddess, who had just avoided the bite of the Fire Dragon Demon ancestor. The goddess roared continuously in the demonic fire. Rays of golden sword light flashed continuously in the demonic fire. She attacked with all her strength, but it was still difficult to break through the layers of demonic fire. Obediently accept your death. The murderous voice of the fire dragon demon ancestor came out from the demonic fire. There were countless fire-shaped demonic patterns intertwining in the demonic fire. It was not an ordinary demonic fire, but a demonic fire formation. The demonic patterns intertwined and the layers of demonic fire actually trapped the goddess in the demonic fire. She could not escape. Seeing this scene, the experts of the mystical demon mountain were inexplicably shocked. Apart from the 5 demon ancestors, there was actually such an expert in the god-exterminating demonic palace. This old fellow's cultivation seemed to be above the first demon ancestor of the god-exterminating demonic palace. Master, the goddess doesn't seem to be in a good situation. On the deck of the Black Moon demon ship, the mystical demon mountain lord said to Gu Fei. Swoosh! Before Gu Fei could speak, a figure rushed out from behind him. It was a middle-aged man in a green robe. The middle-aged man took a step forward and arrived in front of the monstrous demonic fire. Then, he directly broke through the demonic fire and rushed in. This is... On the deck, everyone was shocked when they saw this scene. However, when they saw who the person was, they understood that the person who made a move was the uncle of the goddess. The uncle of the goddess was called Pingxi. The grandfather of the goddess had a total of 12 descendants. They were called the 12 sons of the Golden Rock clan. However, for countless years, the 12 sons of the Golden Rock clan died in battle under the pursuit of various forces in the chaotic demon realm. In the end, only Pingxi and Pingjiu's daughter, the goddess, was left. As for Pingxi, he was definitely the strongest of Pingjingtian's 12 sons. Pingxi's cultivation and battle prowess were already close to Pingjingtian's. At this moment, as Pingxi rushed into the demon fire array, the situation inside the array immediately changed. Huolong, it's time to settle the old and new grudges between us. Pingxi's voice came from the demon fire formation. Uncle! Within the devil fire formation, the golden ping goddess was overjoyed. With her uncle taking action, how could this old demon not die? Swoosh! With a wave of Pingxi's right hand, a golden light flashed and a hole appeared in the demonic fire formation. With another wave of his hand, the golden rock goddess flew out of the demonic fire formation involuntarily. When the fire dragon demon ancestor saw this, he extended his hand, and a suction force immediately surged out from his palm. He wanted to capture the golden rock goddess. Humph! Pingxi waved his sleeve and another golden light flashed. The sharp golden light slashed towards the fire dragon demon ancestor's right hand. The fire dragon demon ancestor quickly retracted his hand. However, even if he retracted his hand in time, the golden light flashed and cut off half of his sleeve. What? The fire dragon demon ancestor was furious. After not seeing Pingxi for so many years, Pingxi's cultivation and battle prowess seemed to have increased by quite a bit. Huolong, hand over your life. Pingxi did not waste his breath with the fire dragon demon ancestor. He immediately attacked the fire dragon demon ancestor, who was standing on the head of the fire dragon demon ancestor. With a stretch of his hand, a golden hand immediately appeared in the void and slapped forward. Rumble! As the golden hand slapped forward, the entire void trembled. Haha, Pingxi, it's not your turn to be arrogant in my 9-dragon demonic fire formation. The fire dragon demon ancestor laughed out loud. Demonic patterns appeared around him, and dragon roars resounded continuously. 9 huge dragon shadows appeared in the 9-dragon demonic fire formation. The huge dragon shadows pounced at Pingxi at the same time, and every demonic dragon surged with monstrous demonic fire. The 9-dragon demonic fire formation was extremely powerful. The demonic fire that spread from the demonic dragon incinerated the void, and every demonic pattern emitted dazzling demonic fire. At the same time, the fire dragon demon ancestor, who was standing on the head of the demonic dragon, slapped the golden hand. A pitch-black demonic hand immediately appeared in the void and collided with the golden hand. Boom! With a loud bang, the golden divine power and the demonic power of the fire path exploded at the same time. The golden hand and the demonic hand dissipated in the void at the same time, and the two forces dispersed. The mighty remnant power caused the entire 9-dragon demonic fire formation to shake. Golden rock spreading wings! Peng Shi roared, and a pair of golden divine wings appeared on his back. The golden divine wings flapped, and 9 supreme sword lights immediately rushed out from the divine wings, emitting extremely terrifying sword chi waves. This was the killing technique of the Golden Rock clan. The 9 sword lights flashed by, and wherever they passed, the void was directly destroyed. The 9 dragon shadows were instantly slashed into 2, and then dissipated in the void. The 9 sword lights continuously slashed the 9 fire dragon shadows, and even directly destroyed countless demonic patterns. They broke the 9 dragon demonic fire formation, and rushed out of the 9 dragon demonic fire formation. On the Black Moon worship, all the experts who saw this scene were inexplicably shocked. The Golden Rock clan's Peng Shi was indeed worthy of his reputation. The Golden Rock clan was the archenemy of all the demons in the Chaos Demon realm. Over the years, countless demons had died in the hands of the Golden Rock clan's experts. In the past, the 12 sons of the Golden Rock clan had shaken the world, and they killed countless demons. Those super forces of the demons had paid a heavy price to kill 11 of the 12 sons of the Golden Rock clan, and only Peng Shi was left. The reason why Peng Shi survived was definitely not because of luck. Just as Peng Shi and the Fire Dragon demonic ancestor were fighting in the 9 dragon demonic fire formation, the army of the exterminating demonic palace finally sensed it. In the high sky, the demonic aura soared into the sky, and huge demonic warships rushed over from the distant sky. Their killing aura was vast and mighty, and it made people's hearts palpitate. They are finally here. When Gu Fei saw the mighty demonic aura coming from the horizon, he smiled. Black Demon Mountain Lord, you guys are really bold. You actually dare to mobilize such a large force to attack my exterminating demonic palace. You really don't know the meaning of death. At this time, a loud shout came from the leading demonic warship. The vast demonic voice spread out, and the whole world seemed to be resonating, giving people an incomparably shocking feeling. Humph! You guys from the exterminating demonic palace are really bold. You actually dare to attack my Black Demon Mountain. This time, my Black Demon Mountain will annihilate your exterminating demonic palace. Black Demon Mountain Lord stood out and said loudly. His voice had a kind of penetrating power, and it actually directly covered the other party's voice. There's no need to say so much. Let's fight, Gu Fei said to Black Demon Mountain Lord. Yes, Master! Black Demon Mountain Lord quickly accepted the order. Then, countless figures immediately rushed out from the 3 Black Moon demonic warships. 100,000 black demon soldiers formed into 10 square formations, and directly rushed forward, their killing aura shocking the sky. What? The group of higher-ups of the exterminating demonic palace didn't expect the other party to directly attack. At the same time, Black Demon Mountain Lord and the others also rushed out from the deck, and directly rushed into the battle formation of the Black Demon soldiers. With their addition, the killing formation formed by 100,000 Black Demon soldiers immediately doubled in power. Kill! With a shocking roar, Black Demon Mountain Lord led the 100,000 Black Demon soldiers towards the 9 demonic warships of the exterminating demonic palace. Kill! On the demonic warships of the exterminating demonic palace, the angry roar of the first demon lord was heard. In the next moment, countless figures rushed out from the 9 demonic warships, and instantly formed a demonic formation, and rushed towards the 100,000 black demon soldiers. This was the exterminating demonic army of the exterminating demonic palace. There were also 100,000 of them, and they also cultivated the combination attack technique. 100,000 exterminating demonic soldiers formed a shocking killing formation. The killing formation was activated, and immortal demonic light constantly rushed out from the killing formation, blasting towards the black demon soldiers opposite them. At this time, under the leadership of Black Demon Mountain Lord, the black demon soldiers raised the weapons in their hands at the same time, and then attacked the battle formation of the exterminating demonic palace. A terrifying power erupted, and the demonic light that rushed out from the battle formation of the exterminating demonic palace collapsed in the void. The black demon soldiers and the exterminating demonic soldiers collided in an instant. With just a slight contact, countless figures fell from the sky. The war broke out, and it was an incomparably tragic war. Battle cries shook the earth, and the demon soldiers continuously fell, their corpses falling from the sky. Soon, the ground was dyed black with demonic blood. Because demonic blood was black, the sky was raining black blood. Gu Fei did not make a move, and neither did Song Quebec. The demonic rock lady in the chaos demonic rock still did not appear, and no one knew where she was hiding. Other than the Black Moon demonic warship that Gu Fei was on, the other two Black Moon demonic warships had already rushed forward. The formation on the Black Moon demonic warship was activated, and rays of demonic light rushed out from the Black Moon demonic warship, blasting towards the demonic warship in the distant sky. The 9 demonic warships of the exterminating demonic palace propped up the protective demonic light. The demonic light from the Black Moon demonic warship that was rushing towards the Black Moon demonic warship did not break through the protective demonic light. Although it did not break through the protective demonic light of the Black Moon demonic warship, it caused the entire demonic warship to shake continuously. Counterattack! Counterattack! Angry roars sounded from the 9 demonic warships, and then, 9 rays of destructive demonic light directly rushed out from the demonic warship, bombarding towards the 2 Black Moon demonic warships. The killing formation on the demonic warship was a long-range killing formation. It could condense demonic power, and then emit demonic light to kill the target. Boom! Boom! 2 rays of demonic light bombarded from the distant sky, and directly landed on the protective demonic light of the Black Moon demonic warship that Gu Fei was on. The entire Black Moon demonic warship shook, and the protective demonic light of the Black Moon demonic warship shook as if it could be broken at any time. Chapter 3176. The war broke out. The army of the Black Demon Mountain and the army of the Palace of Destruction of Gods and Demons were engaged in a fierce battle. The battle cries were earth-shattering. Countless corpses of the demons fell from the sky, covering the entire sky. A rain of demonic blood poured down from the sky, dyeing the earth black. At this time, it was noon. The sun hung high in the sky and the sunlight was blocked by the countless figures in the sky. It was dark on the ground. Kill! The first demon lord of the Palace of Destruction of Gods and Demons rushed out of the demon warship. With a wave of his hand, dozens of Black Demon Mountain's cultivators were beheaded and fell from the sky. The first demon lord rushed over. Wherever he went, there was no one who could resist him. He killed hundreds of Black Demon Mountain's cultivators with a wave of his hand. He was extremely powerful. I'll deal with you! A furious roar rang out from afar as a golden-colored figure charged towards the first demon ancestor. One by one, the cultivators from the Palace of Exterminating Demonic Gods were blown up into a mist of blood as the figure charged forward. Damn it! Kill! The first devil ancestor was enraged when he saw that over 100 of his subordinates were killed in an instant. Even a devil general was beheaded by the other party's sword. With his black hair dancing in the wind, he rushed forward fiercely. Boom! The 2 figures collided with each other, and a loud sound was heard. The power of the Demon Lord and the power of the God Lord burst out at the same time. Rumble! The space around the 2 great experts instantly shattered, and a black hole appeared in the sky. A powerful devouring power surged out from the black hole, swallowing all the demon soldiers in the surroundings. The demons that were swallowed by the black hole were instantly turned into clouds of blood mist by the power of the black hole. Their bodies and souls were destroyed. Many of the soldiers of the Palace of Destruction of Gods and Demon Mountain were killed. All the demonic soldiers fighting near the black hole stopped what they were doing at the sight of this. They turned around and fled. A battle between experts of this level was extremely terrifying. The shockwaves from their battle were enough to kill all the demonic soldiers. At this time, the rapidly shrinking black hole suddenly exploded. The destructive power that was shrinking suddenly exploded outwards. The void was collapsing and the range of the black hole doubled in an instant. Those devil race soldiers who managed to escape in time, whether they were from the god-destroying demon palace or the Black Demon Mountain, were all dumbfounded by the scene in front of them. If they were half a step slower, their bodies and souls would be destroyed. Just then, two figures dashed out from the black hole. One of them shone with a golden light, just like a golden sun, illuminating the black hole. The other figure, on the other hand, was shining with black light, like a black moon, forming a sharp contrast with the golden divine light. It was the golden rock goddess who had escaped from the 9-dragon demon fire formation. She was up against the first demon ancestor, whose cultivation base was much weaker than the fire dragon demon ancestor. "You're courting death!" The first demon lord roared and attacked the golden rock goddess. When his eyes opened and closed, immortal demonic light turned into demonic swords that pierced towards the golden rock goddess. "You're the one courting death! Your whole family is the one courting death!" The golden rock goddess shouted and the golden wings on her back trembled. Rays of golden sword, she immediately rushed out from her wings and went to meet the demonic sword that pierced through the air. The golden sword, she collided with the demonic swords. Then, the two types of sword, she exploded and a pitch-black black hole appeared in the void. The power of the exploding sword shattered the void. "Humph! What first demon lord? He's just SOSO. The goddess of the golden rock race spoke in disdain. Her gaze was incomparably sharp as her killing intent soared into the sky. She directly executed the killing technique of the golden rock race. The two golden wings on her back actually flew up, transforming into two immortal golden heavenly blades that cleaved towards the first devil ancestor. The golden heavenly sabers were extremely fast. The moment the two saber lights flew out from the back of the golden rock goddess, they were already in front of the first demon lord. "What?" The first demon lord was shocked. The opponent's speed was too fast. Without thinking, he instinctively shook his body and a ball of demonic light surged out from his body. The two golden heavenly sabers slashed at the demonic light in front of the first demonic ancestor. The two heavenly sabers actually broke through the layer of demonic light around the first demonic ancestor and slashed at his body. In the next moment, demonic blood appeared. The first demon lord's left arm flew off and there was a deep wound on his chest. "Roar!" The first demon lord stumbled back. His hair was a mess, and his blood-red eyes were filled with madness. He never expected that he, the first demon lord of the exterminating god demon palace, would be injured by a junior of the golden rock race. "Very good!" The first demon lord gritted his teeth and glared at the golden rock goddess. In the next moment, the demonic blood that splattered out from his body started to burn. The burning devil blood transformed into faint and illusory devil shadows that pounced towards the golden rock witch. At this moment, the two golden saber lights had already returned to the side of the golden rock goddess. The golden rock goddess immediately used the golden heavenly saber to slash at the demonic shadows. However, the two saber lights slashed through the demonic shadows. The demonic shadows were not destroyed. "This is..." The golden rock goddess was shocked. She immediately retreated, but the demonic shadows followed her like shadows. In an instant, they were in front of her. "Preposterous!" The golden rock goddess clenched her teeth and bit the tip of her tongue, spitting out a mouthful of true blood. The true blood splashed onto the demonic phantoms, and they instantly dissipated in the void. However, the blood on the golden rock goddess's tongue also disappeared along with the demonic shadows. "You're ruthless. You ignited your true blood to form demonic shadows. You don't mind hurting yourself?" The golden rock goddess sneered. After she spat out a mouthful of blood, her face turned slightly pale. Using true blood to break true blood was the key to breaking the first demon lord's killer move. "You're ruthless too!" The first demon lord gritted his teeth and said. At this moment, his severed left arm had already been reattached. The deep wound on his chest had also healed. "Again!" The golden rock goddess roared angrily and attacked the first demon lord again. "Do you think I'm afraid of you?" The first demon lord countered with equal harshness, and went straight for the golden rock goddess. The two experts started fighting again. Chapter 3177. The black moon warship Gu Fei had borrowed from the setting moon demon palace was much stronger than the warships of the exterminating demon palace. It was a warship that had truly experienced the ancient war. The demonic light that enveloped the Black Moon warship was so powerful that the light emitted by the exterminating Demon Palace's warships couldn't break it. The three Black Moon demonic warships didn't seem to be in a disadvantageous position against the 9 Black Moon demonic warships. Beams of demonic light constantly shot out from the Black Moon demonic warships, sweeping everything in their way. A large number of exterminating God's demonic palace's soldiers were killed by the demonic light. This was the power of a great devil sovereign. If hit, even a true great devil sovereign would be injured. Damn it! On the deck of the God-exterminating demon palace's devil battleship, the third devil ancestor was fuming with rage when he saw this scene. Under his command, the 9 devil battleships opened fire with all their might. The killing arrays on the devil battleships constantly shot out beams of devil light towards the 3 Black Moon battleships. However, the third demon ancestor was disappointed when the demonic light from the demonic warship bombarded the Black Moon warship. Although the Black Moon warship shook violently, it did not cause any actual damage. However, when the demonic light from the Black Moon warship struck the light barrier, cracks immediately appeared on it. Preposterous! The third devil ancestor was both shocked and angry. The light barrier of the warships needed to be repaired immediately after the cracks appeared. Otherwise, it would be shattered if it was hit a few more times. Without the protection of the light barrier, the warships would be blasted to smithereens by the demonic light from the opposing warships. However, repairing the cracks on the light barrier would require a lot of demonic essence stones. Demonic essence stones were a type of demonic essence stone found in the primal chaos demonic world. It was this type of stone that provided a steady stream of demonic essence to the warships. The Black Moon warships also used demonic essence stones to power them. However, the demonic formations on the Black Moon warships were clearly superior to the ones on the warships. "What are you waiting for?" Song Ke, who was standing next to Gu Fei on the deck, asked. He didn't care about the outcome of the battle between the mystical demon mountain and the exterminating demon palace. How was it possible that the exterminating demon palace didn't have an extreme Dao old man overseeing it? It had to be known that the god-exterminating demonic palace had been passed down for countless years. Without a deterrent force holding down the fort, how could it have been passed down for so long? What's the rush? Gu Fei crossed his arms and looked at the countless figures fighting in front of him. His state of mind was surprisingly calm. At this time, the mysterious demon mountain master was commanding the 100,000 mysterious demon soldiers to fight against the 100,000 god-exterminating demon soldiers of the god-exterminating demon palace. This was a clash between 2 super-killing formations. Moreover, there were 2 mobile killing formations. Rumble! The 2 killing formations, formed by countless demonic soldiers, kept colliding. Every time they collided, the entire world seemed to be on the verge of destruction. Every time they collided, hundreds of demon soldiers in the killing formation of Mystic Demon Mountain would directly turn into a mist of blood, their bodies and souls destroyed. It was the same for the killing formation of the exterminating Demon Palace. The destructive power produced by the collision between the 2 killing formations was so strong that hundreds of demon soldiers died. Of course, the death of hundreds of demon soldiers was nothing compared to a killing formation formed by 100,000 people. However, after a few times, it would be different. As the demon soldiers of the 2 camps continued to die, the power of the 2 killing formations didn't weaken. On the contrary, it kept increasing, and a terrifying aura spread in all directions. So the killing formation can be used like this. On the deck, Gu Fei couldn't help but nod when he saw this scene. This was the first time he had seen such a killing formation formed by countless people. There were 100,000 demon soldiers. You're too naive. using people as formation patterns to form a killing formation. This method has already appeared since the primordial age, Sankei said. He was the ancestor of the chaotic Golden Rock clan. He had lived for countless years and was the oldest god ancestor in the world. Naturally, he was very knowledgeable. It appeared since the primordial age? Gu Fei couldn't help but be surprised. To him, the primordial age was definitely an extremely long time ago. He didn't expect that such a killing formation had already appeared in that era. Just as Gu Fei and Sun Ke were discussing, the battle between Ping Shi and the fire dragon demon ancestor had already reached the climax. Ping Shi was extremely powerful. He broke through the 9 dragons' demonic fire formation of the fire dragon demon ancestor and rushed out. The 9 dragons' demonic fire formation collapsed and endless demonic chi flowed out. In the billowing demonic chi, 9 blurry dragon shadows dissipated in the void. The fire dragon demon ancestor soared into the sky and chased after Ping Shi. Humph! How dare you chase after me? You're courting death! Ping Shi sneered. He flapped his wings and countless golden lights rushed out from his wings. They were like golden rainbows that descended from the sky and bombarded the fire dragon demon ancestor. Demonic fire shield! The fire dragon demon ancestor roared and raised his hands to block. Chapter 3178. The mystical Demon Mountains expedition to the Destruction Demonic Palace was definitely an earth-shattering event in the chaotic demon world. No one dared to believe that the mystical Demon Mountain would actually dare to cross over to the Destruction Demonic Palace. Although the mystical Demon Mountain was one of the overlords of the Western region, in terms of strength, it was no match for the primitive demons that had been passed down for countless years. The 7 great demon ancestors of the Destruction Demonic Palace were not to be trifled with. However, when the news of the 2nd demon ancestor and the 7th demon ancestor's death spread, the world was shocked. The 7 great demon ancestors were existences that had lived for countless years. Most importantly, they were the true sons of the Extreme Path demon ancestor. However, the origin of the 7 great demon ancestors was enough to deter the other primitive demons, so they did not dare to provoke them easily. However, now, the mystical demon mountain of the western region had actually gone to the central region to attack the Destruction Demonic Palace. This was something that no one had expected. They all thought that the fellows from the mystical demon mountain had gone mad. At this moment, the world shook. In the endless mountains that were less than 10,000 miles away from the Destruction Demonic Palace, battle cries shook the heavens and the earth. Black rain fell from the mountains. It was the demonic blood rain. Corpses constantly fell from the sky and smashed into the mountains. The entire mountain was in a mess. Countless figures fought desperately in the sky, especially the killing formation formed by the mystical demon mountain's 100,000 demon soldiers. Every time they charged, someone would die. Some of the demon soldiers were even directly turned into a bloody mist by the explosion of the destructive power. Even if they were not turned into a bloody mist, their demon bodies were shattered into pieces and their primordial spirits dissipated. They could not be more dead. The soldiers of the Destruction Demonic Palace were also very impressive. There were also 100,000 of them. They also formed a killing formation and charged towards the 100,000 soldiers of the mystical Demon Mountain, blocking the attack of the demon soldiers of the mystical Demon Mountain. For a moment, the two camps were locked in a stalemate. It was difficult to determine the victor. At this moment, the fire dragon ancestor was displaying his might high up in the sky. When he saw that the demonic dragon that had followed him for countless years was actually killed by Ping Shi, he was infuriated, and he actually spat out a mouthful of natal demonic flames. The demon ancestor fire dragon's life demon flame was not something that ordinary demon flames could compare to. When this demon flame was spat out, it instantly erupted, enveloping the void and devouring Ping Shi. The void that was enveloped by the demonic fire was silently annihilated. Everything that was enveloped by the fire dragon demon ancestor's true life flame was burned into nothingness. However, Ping Shi wasn't burned into nothingness. Amidst the pitch-black demonic flames, a golden light flickered, and a figure was sitting cross-legged within the golden light. Golden runes appeared around Ping Shi's body, creating a golden space. No matter how powerful the fire dragon demonic ancestor's life demon flame was, it couldn't burn Ping Shi's golden void into nothingness. The golden void was like an immortal object that couldn't be destroyed. This is... When the fire dragon demon ancestor saw this scene, he couldn't help but be moved. The divine ability that Ping Shi displayed was too terrifying. It could actually block his natal demon flame. Humph! You want to kill me? You don't have what it takes. Ping Shi sneered and stood up. He pushed with his hands, and the golden void around him expanded rapidly, blocking the surrounding demon flame. I didn't expect you to cultivate this divine ability to this level. When the fire dragon demon ancestor saw that his natal demon flame was forced back, he was really shocked. The divine ability that the other party displayed was actually common. This was because it was a domain technique that cultivators could easily cultivate. A domain would form around the body, and within the domain, the cultivator who displayed the domain would be the ruler. Only those who were stronger than the cultivator who displayed the domain could break the domain and kill the cultivator. But now, Ping Shi had actually cultivated the immortal gold domain. This was too ridiculous. The fire dragon demon ancestor didn't expect Ping Shi to cultivate this common divine ability to this level. Kill! Ping Shi counterattacked. He pounced towards the fire dragon demon ancestor, who was hiding in the demon flame. Everywhere he passed, the fire dragon demon ancestor's natal demon flame was forced back. Roar! Endless demon flame quickly condensed and turned into an incomparably ferocious demon dragon, which charged towards Ping Shi. Boom! The demon dragon instantly collided with the golden void, and the violent impact caused the golden domain around Ping Shi to shake violently. Rumble! Ping Shi's right hand slapped forward, and the power of the gold domain erupted. The immortal power of the metal element turned into a huge golden hand, which directly grabbed the demon dragon that collided with the gold domain. Boom! With a loud sound, the huge golden hand and the demon dragon exploded at the same time. The golden Tao pattern and the black demonic pattern dissipated in the void at the same time. A demon shadow rushed out from the dissipated demonic pattern, and directly broke the immortal gold domain. A demon spear stabbed towards Ping Shi's forehead. Haha, you dared to kill your way in. Are you courting death? Ping Shi laughed loudly. Freeze for me! Ping Shi suddenly stopped smiling, and then roared angrily. The power of the immortal gold domain immediately erupted, and the entire golden void suddenly seemed to solidify, as if it had turned into an immortal piece of divine metal. The fire dragon demon ancestor's movements immediately stopped. His ferocious face and the demon spear that he was using with all his might all stopped. At this moment, it seemed as if time had stopped. However, Ping Shi's movements were not affected at all. In the immortal gold domain, he was the supreme ruler. In the next moment, Ping Shi's fist had already smashed on the fire dragon demon ancestor's head. Boom! The fire dragon demon ancestor's head exploded. The power of the metal element erupted, and the fire dragon demon ancestor's arms, body, and legs all exploded into a mist of blood. Only the demon spear was not destroyed by the power of Ping Shi's fist. It was still blooming with terrifying demonic light. This was not an ordinary ancestral weapon of the demon ancestor. Ping Shi grabbed the demon spear, and it kept vibrating in his hand, as if it wanted to fly out of his hand. The fire dragon demon ancestor was killed by Ping Shi just like that. You escaped really fast. Don't you want your ancestral weapon anymore? Ping Shi said loudly. He did not think that the fire dragon demon ancestor would be killed by his fist just like that, because the fire dragon demon ancestor that he killed just now did not have a spirit. In other words, the guy that he killed just now was just a clone. At this moment, the fire dragon demon ancestor was definitely hiding somewhere, waiting for an opportunity to deal a fatal blow to Ping Shi. The attack just now was definitely just a test. Interesting. At this moment, Gu Fei, who was on the deck of the Black Moon warship, could not help but laugh when he saw this scene. The fire dragon demon ancestor was very cunning, and he cultivated some kind of secret technique that could merge with the surrounding void. This guy was hiding in the void, and he could attack Pingxi at any time. However, Pingxi wasn't a fool. His immortal golden domain wasn't just for show. The golden void spread out and enveloped the entire space in an instant. It was as if a whole new world had been opened up. The golden field spread out rapidly, and the fire dragon demon ancestor, who was hiding in the void, could not hide at all. His figure directly appeared in the golden void. Preposterous! The fire dragon demon ancestor was inexplicably shocked. His opponent's immortal gold field was really powerful, and he had no choice but to retreat far away. However, Pingxi had already displayed the extreme speed of the golden rock. He instantly rushed forward, and the demon's spear in his hand directly stabbed at the fire dragon demon ancestor. The demonic spear was like a black bolt of lightning. It streaked across the void and pierced through the space between the fire dragon demon ancestor's eyebrows. As long as he was pierced by the demonic spear, no matter how strong the fire dragon demon ancestor was, he would die. The fire dragon demon ancestor felt extremely aggrieved. His demonic weapon was actually used by his opponent to deal with him. Swoosh! At the moment when the demon spear was about to pierce the fire dragon demon ancestor, the fire dragon demon ancestor turned into demonic fire, and instantly dispersed. When the demon spear pierced through, the demonic fire instantly gathered together, and turned into the fire dragon demon ancestor. This was a type of divinity that the fire dragon demon ancestor cultivated. He could turn into demonic fire, and his demonic body could be separated and combined at will. It was this divinity that allowed him to escape from danger and survive several times. It was definitely not an easy task to kill the fire dragon demon ancestor. Old 11 can't kill this old demon. On the deck, the old man standing behind Sung Kei said. He can't kill him, but you can. Go and kill him, Sung Kei said. Yes, old ancestor. The old man quickly accepted the order. At the next moment, the old man's figure disappeared in the void. At the same time, a golden divine bell descended from the sky, and directly sucked the fire dragon demon ancestor into it. There was a figure standing on the golden divine bell, and it was an old man. When Pingxi saw the old man on the golden divine bell, he quickly bowed to the old man and said, Father! Go and help your niece take down that guy, the old man said. Yes, father! Pingxi quickly accepted the order and disappeared in the void. The old man personally took action and sucked the fire dragon demon ancestor into the golden divine bell. Pingxi had to admit that he was inferior to such a cultivation. In another void, the golden rock goddess was fighting the first demon ancestor. Both experts were fighting with their lives on the line, and the golden blood of the golden rock was constantly dripping from the sky. The first demon ancestor was not having a good time either. He was constantly being beaten by the golden rock goddess. Dang! At this time, a bell rang, and the sound wave instantly spread out. The moment the sound wave spread out, the experts of the exterminating god's demon palace started bleeding from the 7 apertures of the demons and fell from the sky. Some of them had weak cultivation, and they were directly turned into blood mist by the sound wave, and their bodies and souls were destroyed. This was a different attack. The people of the Black Demon Mountain were not affected by the sound wave at all, but the people of the exterminating god's demon palace were unlucky. That old guy has made his move. In the distant sky, a powerful demonic shadow said. This is the exterminating demon divine sound. The golden Tao bell immediately flew towards his right hand. The golden Tao bell rapidly shrunk and landed in his hand. After killing the fire dragon evil ancestor, the old man from the Golden Rock race took a step forward and instantly killed his way to the back of the camp of the god-destroying demon palace. He fought with the experts of the demons endlessly. Old man, you're courting death! An old voice was heard. A figure rushed out from the back of the camp of the god-destroying demon palace and directly attacked the old man from the Golden Rock race. You're actually still alive? The old man from the Golden Rock race was very surprised when he saw the expert of the demons. It was because he saw a guy who should not have existed in this world. A great battle broke out. The two experts moved quickly in the void. The golden Tao bell rang and the god-destroying demon horn whistled. Both of them used the sound-killing technique. However, neither of them could really suppress the other. However, these two fellows were fighting in the camp of the exterminating gods and demons palace. The experts of the exterminating gods and demons palace were in big trouble. There were experts of the exterminating gods and demons palace who were affected by the aftershocks of the battle. The devil cultivators of the exterminating god-demon palace in the vicinity of the two powerhouses immediately fled in panic. However, even so, there were still many cultivators from the exterminating god-demon palace that fell. At this time, the corpses of the demons that had fallen continuously emitted demonic chi, which then turned into demonic shadows that rushed towards the expert in the sky who blew the god-destroying demon horn and were devoured by him. The old antique of the demons who was fighting with the old man from the Golden Rock race kept on increasing his battle prowess because he could use the god-destroying demon horn to gather demonic chi for his own use. However, the old antique of the Golden Rock race was not someone to be trifled with. When the golden Tao bell rang, the god-destroying demon sound spread out and purified the demonic chi in the world. Both of these experts were ancient existences who wielded incomparably powerful Tao weapons. Yet, this battle was so intense that it was hard to tell who would come out on top. The god-destroying demon palace was originally at a disadvantage, but now it was gradually turning the tables. This caused the camp of the mystical demon mountain to feel immense pressure. It was true that a starving camel was still bigger than a horse. The second and seventh demon ancestors of the god-destroying demon palace had already fallen, but the god-destroying demon palace was still so powerful. At this time, with the fall of demon ancestor Fire Dragon, the god-destroying demon palace's camp suffered even more disastrous losses. In contrast, the camp of the mystical demon mountain didn't have any true experts that had fallen. The Blood Devil and the Meng brothers were fighting bravely. Very few people were a match for them. Child Blood Devil was a grand devil sovereign. The one fighting against him was the first devil general of the god-exterminating devil palace. The first devil general of the god-exterminating devil palace was an extremely powerful existence. He was also a grand devil sovereign like Child Blood Devil. Rumble! High up in the sky, the Blood Devil set off a monstrous sea of blood. He directly rushed towards the first demon general of the god-destroying demon palace. Within the blood light, one could vaguely see countless figures struggling. The first demon general of the god-destroying demon palace roared angrily. He directly used the demon spear in his hand to break through the layers of blood waves and rushed towards the Blood Devil in the depths of the sea of blood. The Blood Devil held a scarlet blood demon saber in his hand. He directly slashed forward with the saber. At the same time, the power of the entire sea of blood was instantly condensed on the saber. Clang! The sound of metal shaking rang out. The scarlet blood demon's saber in the Blood Devil's hand fiercely slashed against the first demon general's demon spear. In the next moment, the demon spear in the first demon general's hand was cut in two. This caused the first demon general to retreat in panic. He was extremely shocked. However, no matter how fast he fled, he was still cut in two by the saber. In the void, a cloud of blood burst out. The first demon general didn't know how he died under the saber even until his death. Can't even withstand a single blow. The Blood Devil directly rushed towards the other demon general, engaging in a fierce battle with the other demon general. But at this time, the Meng brothers actually joined forces to fight against the Devil Lord. The two of them were most proficient in joint attacks. When the two of them joined forces, their combat strength would multiply. The Devil Lord they intercepted was the sixth Demon Lord. Among the 7 great Devil Lords of the god-destroying demon palace, the sixth Demon Lord rarely showed himself. But this time, the god-destroying demon palace had already reached a critical juncture of life and death. The sixth Demon Lord simply couldn't stay out of this. He could only brace himself and fight. However, The sixth demon lord didn't expect that the Meng brothers would actually be able to fight against him. The situation is good. It's only a matter of time before we destroy the god-destroying demon palace. On the deck of the Black Moon warship, Sung Kei, who was standing beside Gu Fei, spoke. Don't be careless. Gu Fei didn't look at Sung Quebec. Instead, he glanced at the Meng brothers. The combat strength displayed by the Meng brothers surprised him. One must know that the sixth demon lord was a true devil lord. He had a powerful cultivation base and combat strength. You guys! The sixth demon lord was shocked and enraged. He constantly dodged the devil light from the other party and directly counterattacked. The power of a devil lord erupted. Rumble! The entire void trembled. Not bad! Chapter 3180. The battle between the Meng brothers and the sixth devil lord of the godly devil palace was so intense that the entire void was shaking. Black spatial cracks were constantly appearing in the void. The three devil path experts killed their way into the camp of the exterminating god demon palace. Yin-Yang Annihilation Palm! The Meng brothers joined hands and a huge yin-yang palm instantly blasted the body of the six demons. The six demons were directly sent flying. Boom! He crashed into a devil warship. The entire warship shook violently. Cracks appeared on the devil light shield, and the devil runes on the shield dimmed. The sixth devil lord was incomparably shocked. These two fellows truly lived up to their reputation. The Meng brothers could move unhindered in the primal chaos devil world for thousands of years without meeting a worthy opponent. This was definitely not due to luck. Troublesome! The six demons thought for a moment, and directly rushed towards the sky. He wanted to lead the Meng brothers away. Otherwise, more people from the exterminating god demon palace would die. Where do you think you're going? The Meng brothers directly chased after the sixth devil lord. If they could kill the sixth devil lord, their master would definitely be very happy. One had to know that the exterminating god demon palace's 7 great devil lords were the most important existences in the palace. Killing the sixth devil lord was definitely a great merit. Very soon, powerful fluctuations of devil paths spread out in the starry sky. The Meng brothers and the sixth devil lord were fighting in the starry sky. In the starry sky, stars exploded one after another. A terrifying aura of destruction descended from the starry sky, causing countless living beings to be incomparably terrified. The Meng brothers are not bad. On the deck of the Black Moon devil ship, Gu Fei looked up at the starry sky and couldn't help but nod. The Meng brothers' joint attack technique was truly amazing. They were only great devil venerables, but they could compete with the sixth devil lord. Yin-Yang devil chi was vast and mighty in the starry sky. The Meng brothers had the yin-yang devil body. When the two of them combined, they turned into a yin-yang exterminating god demon wheel that continuously blasted the sixth devil lord away. In the starry sky, devil blood continuously sprinkled down. When the devil blood came into contact with the stars, they actually devilized and were refined by the sixth devil lord into devil stars that bombarded the Meng brothers. The yin and yang world destroyer wheel formed by the Meng brothers vibrated, and the devil stars directly exploded in the void. Preposterous! Upon seeing this, the sixth demon lord hurriedly retreated into the depths of the starry sky. The Meng brothers naturally wouldn't let the sixth devil lord off so easily. They chased after him and used the yin-yang world-destroying demonic wheel to destroy everything in its path. Soon, the sixth demon lord and the Meng brothers disappeared into the vast starry sky. At this time, the old man from the Golden Rock race and the mysterious devil ancestor from the god-exterminating demon palace were fighting endlessly. They actually fought from the sky to the ground. Clang! The golden Tao bell in old man Golden Rock's hand flew up and emitted a deafening sound. A terrifying demon-slaying sound spread out, and the surrounding mountain ridges were instantly turned into ashes. Even the corpses of the demons on the ground were shaken into dust by the sound of demons slaying and disappeared completely. A large amount of demon chi dissipated quickly like snow under the scorching sun. Woo! The mysterious devil ancestor stood on a mountain peak and directly blew into the god-exterminating demon horn in his hand. A wave of god-exterminating demon sound immediately spread out from the demon horn. The two murderous sounds collided in an instant. The void between Old Man Golden Rock and the mysterious devil ancestor immediately fluctuated violently like water waves. Soon, the wave-like void between the two experts collapsed in an instant. The void was annihilated and turned into nothingness. Boom! Almost at the same time, the mountain peak under the two experts' feet exploded. Two figures soared into the sky and instantly rushed to the high sky. All the people who were fighting in the sky immediately stopped, and then hid far away as if they were avoiding the god of plague. The battle between Old Man Golden Rock and the mysterious devil ancestor was not a joke, especially since both experts were proficient in the killing technique of sound. The sound waves spread out, and all the gods and devils who were affected by it died. Even so, some experts from the god-exterminating demon palace and the Black Demon Mountain who couldn't escape in time were affected by the sound waves and instantly turned into blood mist. Their bodies and souls were destroyed. What? Seeing this scene, the experts from the demons who escaped the sound waves could not help but turn pale with fright. They hurriedly retreated further away. Everyone was afraid of death, and no one was an exception. Whether it was the people from the Black Demon Mountain or the god-exterminating demon palace, they were all the same. In the face of an invincible existence, they all had to escape. All right, it's time to end this battle. At this time, Gu Fei, who was standing on the deck of the Black Moon warship, muttered to himself. No one knew the ultimate goal of this battle better than him. Song Ke, who was standing beside Gu Fei, couldn't help but smile when he heard Gu Fei's words. This guy finally couldn't sit still and wanted to make a move. At this time, the 9 demon warships on the opposite side constantly rushed out beams of demonic light and bombarded the Black Moon warship where they were. Every beam of demonic light bombarded the protective demonic light shield of the Black Moon warship, causing the entire demon warship to tremble. It had to be said that the Black Moon warship was much stronger than the demon warship of the god-exterminating demon palace. This was a battle of demon warships where they were outnumbered. However, up until now, the 3 Black Moon warships had not suffered any damage, but 2 of the 9 demon warships on the opposite side had already retreated. The protective demonic light shield of the 2 demon warships had been destroyed and they had no choice but to retreat from the battlefield. Now, only 7 demon warships were fighting the Black Moon warship. Swoosh! At this time, a figure rushed out from Gu Fei's body. Another doppelganger? Seeing this, Song Ke smiled. He realized that Gu Fei was really lazy. Even at this time, he still used his doppelganger to attack. Of course, although the cultivation and battle strength of Gu Fei's doppelganger could not be compared to his original body, if he used the Supreme Saint weapon, perhaps even the demon ancestor would not be a match for his doppelganger. Eat my saber! At this time, Gu Fei's doppelganger directly appeared in the sky above a demon warship with a peerless murderous saber in its hand. Then, it slashed down with all its might. Swoosh! A dark light flashed by, directly breaking the demonic light shield above the demon warship. The saber light fell, directly passing through the demon warship and then dissipating in the void. At this time, a murderous aura that made the world lose its color spread out. In the next moment, boom! With a loud bang, the entire devil warship exploded. Countless devil race experts from the exterminating god Devil Palace turned into a mist of blood. Their bodies and souls were completely destroyed. What? Chapter 3181. Gu Fei made his move. He was as domineering as ever. One of his doppelgangers blew up a demon warship with a single slash. Countless demons on the demon warship perished instantly. At this moment, Gu Fei's doppelganger had already appeared above another demon warship. Kill! Gu Fei's doppelganger roared and slashed out with his saber again. The powerful saber light cut through the void of heaven and earth. The murderous aura spread in all directions, causing the spiritual souls of countless demons to tremble in fear. The saber light that seemed to be able to split heaven and earth in half fell down. The demon worship below was directly split in half. Then, it gradually turned into dust and dissipated in the void. The demons on the demon worship also turned into dust along with the demon worship and dissipated in the void. What? When the demon ancestors of the god-exterminating demon palace saw this scene, they were extremely shocked. At this moment, the mysterious demon ancestor of the god-exterminating demon palace crushed a demonic talisman in his hand. In the next moment, an earth-shattering roar suddenly came from the direction of the god-exterminating demon palace's ancestral land. A terrifying demonic aura spread out, and all the experts of the demon clan felt their souls tremble. It was as if they were facing a real extreme demon ancestor. What? At this moment, on the bow deck of the Black Moon demon ship, Sun Ke, who was standing behind Gu Fei, suddenly had two lightning-like eyes. Humph! I didn't expect there to be such an existence in the ancestral land of the god-exterminating demon palace. At this moment, in the ancestral land of the god-exterminating demon palace, an incomparably huge beast shadow rushed out from the depths of the ancestral land. It arrived high up in the sky and roared at the sky. The stars in the sky kept exploding. The terrifying sound waves were vast and mighty. It was extremely terrifying. The fourth demon ancestor, who was guarding the ancestral land of the god-exterminating demon palace, was extremely shocked. Was the situation so severe that they had to invite the extreme demon beast? The god-exterminating demon palace had been passed down for so long not by chance or luck. In addition to the god-exterminating demon halberd left behind by the extreme demon ancestor, the god-exterminating demon palace also had a real extreme demon beast sleeping in the ancestral land. Swoosh! In the next moment, the huge beast disappeared in the void. In the next moment, the huge beast had already appeared in the tragic battlefield. Swoosh! The huge savage beast stretched out its sharp claws and slapped at Gu Fei's clone. Bang! The void exploded and Gu Fei's clone was sent flying in the next moment. An irresistible force pushed back Gu Fei's doppelganger. The force was so strong that even the peerless saber in Gu Fei's doppelganger's hand flew out. At the same time, in the ancestral land of the god-exterminating demon palace, the fourth demon ancestor, and all the experts of the demons in the ancestral land rushed towards the battlefield. Supreme Tao Treasure? The powerful magical beast that suddenly appeared on the battlefield grabbed the peerless ominous blade with its sharp claws. However, at this moment, a hand reached out from the side and grabbed the peerless ominous blade. Boom! An extremely strong murderous force immediately erupted from the peerless ominous blade and forced the magical beast's claws to retreat. How dare a small ant like you possess a supreme Tao treasure? The magical beast spoke in the human language. Then, it opened its mouth and inhaled. A heaven-devouring force immediately gushed out from its bloody mouth. The figure holding the peerless ominous blade directly flew towards the magical beast along with the blade. The figure holding the peerless ominous blade was Gu Fei. This was not a doppelganger. At this moment, Gu Fei's doppelganger had already been recalled. After Gu Fei held the peerless ominous blade in his hand, the peerless ominous blade vibrated continuously in his hand. Waves of unimaginably powerful blade aura spread out from the peerless ominous blade. Gu Fei shook the peerless ominous blade in his hand and slashed at the magical beast. In an instant, the devouring force that was gushing out from the magical beast's bloody mouth was cut off. Clang! The magical beast's sharp claws directly clawed at Gu Fei. The sharp claws directly collided with the peerless ominous blade, causing sparks to fly. Gu Fei's blade actually failed to cut off the magical beast's sharp claws. Supreme demonic body? Gu Fei was taken aback. Even if this magical beast wasn't an extreme supreme being, it wasn't far from it. Perhaps it used to be a supreme being, but later on, it fell from the supreme being realm. Although he was taken aback, his battle intent was still raging. One must know that it wasn't easy to meet such an opponent. Since he had met it, he might as well play with it. Little guy, you have good eyesight, the magical beast said. At this moment, the bone spikes on the magical beast's back vibrated. Then, they turned into incomparably sharp demonic light that pierced towards Gu Fei. Buzz! At this moment, a deafening sound came from Gu Fei's body. The shadow of an ancient cauldron emerged from his body. The demonic light formed by the bone spikes instantly pierced the shadow of the ancient cauldron in front of Gu Fei, but it was blocked by the shadow. What? How is this possible? When the demonic beast saw this, its shock was no small matter. At this moment, Sun Ke, who was on the bow of the ship, didn't make a move. This was a battle between Gu Fei and the magical beast. Sun Ke didn't want to make a move at this time. Kill! Gu Fei's eyes were extremely sharp. He roared, and the shadow of the ancient cauldron that emerged from his body suddenly expanded, shattering the demonic light formed by the bone spikes. In the next moment, Gu Fei took a step forward and instantly appeared in front of the magical beast. Then, he slashed at the magical beast. He had the mountain and river cauldron to protect him, so he wasn't afraid of this magical beast at all. Swoosh! With a flash of black light, the magical beast's head flew up. The magical beast couldn't believe that its supreme demonic body couldn't block the murderous blade in his opponent's hand. At this time, Gu Fei slashed again, directly splitting the magical beast's head in half. The magical beast's primordial spirit was directly destroyed by the peerless murderous blade. Seeing this scene, the demons on the side of the god-exterminating demon palace were all stunned, especially the demon ancestors, who were directly shocked by the scene in front of them. All right, those who surrender will not be killed. Those who don't surrender will be killed without mercy. Gu Fei wiped the sweat off his forehead and then said to the countless demons from the god-exterminating demon palace. The demons under the god-exterminating demon palace wavered. One must know that this guy was unimaginably strong. If they didn't surrender, only death awaited them. I am willing to surrender! An expert from the god-exterminating demon palace stood up. Then you can go to hell. Not going to surrender? Then all of you can die. Gu Fei smiled and slashed at the first demon ancestor with his saber. There was only a flash of saber light, and the first demon ancestor didn't even have a chance to dodge. He was directly cut in half by the saber light. The first demon ancestor's corpse that was sent flying in two directions turned into ashes before it landed on the ground and dissipated in the void. The powerful first demon ancestor couldn't even block a single saber strike from Gu Fei. His body and soul were both destroyed by Gu Fei's saber strike. What? The group of experts from the exterminating god demon palace collectively turned into stone statues again. They were all stunned. At this moment, two figures descended from the sky. The two figures were surrounded by golden light, and the power of the divine Tao surged from them, intimidating the group of demons. They were the uncle and nephew of the golden rock goddess. Seeing that the first demon ancestor was killed by Gu Fei with a single saber strike, the golden rock goddess and Ping Shi were shocked to the extreme. At this moment, the countless demons from both camps had stopped fighting and retreated. The countless demons from both camps were facing off against each other, and a huge battle could break out at any time. I'll give you one more chance. Gu Fei swept his gaze over the experts from the exterminating god demon palace. Kill the remaining demon ancestors, and I'll spare your lives. Gu Fei single-handedly intimidated the countless demons from the exterminating god demon palace. Even Senke couldn't help but be moved by such might. When the experts from the exterminating god demon palace heard Gu Fei's words, they were all stunned. However, very quickly, they all turned to look at the demon ancestors at the scene with ferocious eyes. What are you guys trying to do? When the fourth demon ancestor saw this scene, he couldn't help but be shocked, and sweat broke out on his forehead. Facing the countless experts from the demons, even a demon ancestor would tremble. Brothers, we're going to die either way. Let's fight! A war demon clad in devil armor roared and directly attacked the fourth demon ancestor. 9 devil swords rushed out from his body and pierced towards the fourth demon ancestor. With someone taking the lead, there were naturally others who followed. These demons were all extremely shrewd. Gu Fei's strength was unquestionable. One should know that this fella had killed the first demon ancestor with a single slash. Compared to killing Gu Fei, killing the fourth, fifth, and third demon ancestors was much easier. Naturally, these fellows from the exterminating god demon palace would pick a soft persimmon to squish. "Man Jean, you're courting death!" the fourth demon ancestor roared in anger. He stared at the devil general who attacked him with an incomparably malevolent expression. Chapter 3183. Gu Fei had displayed his invincible battle prowess. The devil race experts under the god-exterminating demon palace naturally didn't want to die. They could only attack the fourth devil ancestor, third devil ancestor, and fifth devil ancestor. "You dare to rebel? I'll kill you all!" On the deck of a demon warship, the third demon ancestor roared angrily. He used all his strength to activate the killing array on the warship and attacked the fourth demon ancestor. A powerful devil light immediately rushed out from the devil warship. With a flash of the devil light, the devil expert immediately turned into ashes, his body and soul extinguished. "Kill your head!" An angry roar came from the cabin of the warship. A powerful figure walked out from the cabin and reached out to grab the third demon ancestor. The pitch-black devil hand instantly covered the deck of the warship, blocking all the escape routes of the third demon ancestor. "Man Xiong, what are you trying to do? Is your war demon clan really going to rebel?" the third demon ancestor roared. For millions of years, the war demon clan had been a subsidiary force of the god-exterminating demon palace. The war demon clan had been under the control of the god-exterminating demon palace for countless years. Of course, the clansmen of the war demon clan were definitely not slaves of the god-exterminating demon palace. However, it didn't feel good to be ordered around. The war demon clan had wanted to rebel for a long time. This was definitely a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to eliminate the remaining demon ancestors of the god-exterminating demon palace. Then, the battle demon clan would be free. At this time, after the first demon ancestor was killed by Gu Fei, 3 of the 7 demon ancestors of the god-exterminating demon palace had fallen. There were only 4 left. Among the 4, the 6th demon ancestor was chased into the depths of the starry sky by the Meng brothers. The 4th demon ancestor was fighting with Man Zhan and the other demons. The 5th demon ancestor was controlling a demon warship that was confronting a Black Moon warship. Swish! A devil axe turned into a devil light of annihilation and slashed towards the 4th demon ancestor. The speed was extremely fast. Wherever the devil light passed, a pitch-black spatial crack was left in the void. The owner of the demonic axe was a tall and mighty demonic general dressed in black demonic armor. This was the devil axe battle general. He took a step forward, and the entire void trembled beneath his feet. Streams of demonic light that could be seen with the naked eye circled around him. The Devil Axe Battle General was a battle general at the level of a devil ancestor. He wasn't a demon expert of the war devil race, but was instead the most trusted subordinate of the 4th devil ancestor. However, at this time, this once loyal and devoted devil general had turned around and attacked the 4th devil ancestor. This caused the 4th devil ancestor to be both shocked and furious. "Damn it!" the 4th devil ancestor roared in rage. Both of his hands danced about as beams of devilish light shot out from his palms, colliding with the devilish light formed by the devilish axe. Clanging sounds rang out. It was as if 2 peerless magic tools were colliding. The Devil Axe Battle General's devilish axe was actually knocked away by the 4th devil ancestor. However, at the same time, Man Zhan arrived. 9 devilish swords rushed out from his body. This time, it wasn't sword light, but real swords. A shocking murderous aura erupted from the 9 swords. These were 9 devilish swords that were stained with the blood of countless living beings. Demonic patterns could be vaguely seen on each sword. Die! Man Zhan didn't hesitate and immediately used the 9 swords killing technique. The 9 devilish swords turned into devilish light in the next instant, and instantly slashed towards the 4th devil ancestor. What? The 4th devil ancestor was shocked and hurriedly dodged. However, no matter how fast his movement technique was, he was still hit by one of the sword lights. His left arm immediately fell off his body. Seeing this scene, Gu Fei, who was on the deck of the Black Moon warship, couldn't help but laugh. Let these dogs fight each other. It would be best if both sides were injured, and he could reap the benefits without doing anything. In this way, the losses of the mystical demon mountain would be minimized. At this moment, a powerful wave of metal element divine power suddenly erupted from the depths of the starry sky. Then, a golden rainbow rushed out from the depths of the starry sky and directly descended from the sky, landing on the deck of the Black Moon warship where Gu Fei was. The golden light dissipated and a silhouette appeared. This person was none other than the Golden Rock Elder. What shocked everyone was that the Golden Rock Elder was actually holding a head in his hand. It was the head of a ferocious-looking devil. The mysterious demon ancestor of the god-destroying demon palace was actually killed by the Golden Rock Elder. The Golden Rock Elder had chopped off his head and brought it back. When the experts of the god-destroying demon palace saw the head in the Golden Rock Elder's hand, they were indescribably shocked. These experts knew the origin of the mysterious demon ancestor. Even the mysterious demon ancestor had been killed by him. It seemed like the situation was already hopeless. Well done! Song Ke glanced at the Golden Rock Elder and nodded. Thank you, old ancestor, for your exaggeration, the Golden Rock Elder hurriedly said. His seniority in the Golden Rock clan was very high, but in front of Song Ke, he was still just a junior. Then, the Golden Rock Elder directly threw the head in his hand into the camp of the god-destroying demon palace. When the experts of the god-destroying demon palace saw this, they could not help but feel that something was wrong. The god-destroying demon palace had already used all the trump cards they could use, but the opponent was too strong. Therefore, more and more experts of the demons began to rebel. If they killed the demon ancestor of the god-destroying demon palace, they would be able to live. Countless powerful figures directly rushed towards the fourth demon ancestor. In an instant, the power of the Devil Tao exploded, and one demonic weapon after another bombarded the fourth demon ancestor from all directions. What? The fourth demon ancestor was shocked and angry. He had never thought that there would be so many people rebelling against him. As the saying goes, when there are too many ants, even an elephant will die. Facing the attacks of countless experts of the demons, the fourth demon ancestor did not dare to be negligent. It should be known that he would be hit if he was not careful. Come on, all of you! What is there to be afraid of? Take it all from me! The fourth demon ancestor roared angrily. He actually opened his mouth and sucked in. Those demonic weapons that were bombarding from all directions were actually sucked in by a powerful devouring force. Then they flew towards the whirlpool that devoured spirit chi and were swallowed in one gulp. Rumble! The void trembled, and an unbelievable scene appeared. They saw that countless demonic weapons were actually swallowed by the fourth demon ancestor's huge mouth. How is this possible? Seeing this scene, the experts of the demons turned pale with fright, especially those who attacked the fourth demon ancestor. They suffered a great loss, and lost their precious demonic weapons. For these experts of the demons, demonic weapons were an extension of their bodies. Losing them would also cause their vitality to be greatly damaged, and it would not be easy for them to recover. I'll swallow it for you! Chapter 3184. The fourth demon ancestor was incomparably powerful. He opened his mouth and inhaled, causing the essence chi from all directions to gather and be devoured by him. Even the countless demonic weapons that were hurtling towards him were devoured by him in a single gulp. Rumble! The entire void shook as if it was about to be devoured by the fourth demon ancestor. Preposterous! Man Zhan used the killing technique of the 9 swords. 9 extremely sharp demonic sword lights pierced towards the fourth demon ancestor. Each of the sword lights enveloped a demonic killing sword. As an expert of the War Demon clan, Man Zhan's 9 demonic swords were stained with the blood of countless powerful beings. Their killing intent was shocking. Haha, the more the better! The fourth demon ancestor laughed loudly and opened his mouth to devour the 9 demonic swords. The stronger the demonic weapon, the more power he would obtain after refining it. Swoosh! The 9 sword lights pierced through the void and rushed into the 4th demon ancestor's mouth. He actually devoured them. Haha, such pure devil energy! Thank you? After devouring the 9 demonic swords, the 4th demon ancestor laughed loudly. The devil energy contained in the 9 demonic swords was extremely powerful. It was much stronger than all the demonic weapons he had devoured before. However, Manjan laughed at this time. Your Tao weapon has been devoured by me. How can you still laugh? The 4th demon ancestor was stunned. At this time, the experts of the demons who were attacking the 4th demon ancestor had already retreated far away. The combat strength displayed by the 4th demon ancestor was terrifying. He devoured all their demonic weapons in one move. Without their demonic weapons, the experts of the demons were no match for the 4th demon ancestor. Just when all the experts of the demons thought that even Manjan's demonic swords had been devoured by the 4th demon ancestor, Manjan laughed. In the next moment, the 4th demon ancestor's expression changed drastically. With a scream, the 9 sword lights rushed out of his body and minced him into pieces. Seeing this scene, the surrounding devil race powerhouses were all dumbfounded. Why were Manjan's 9 demonic swords not afraid of the mystique of the 4th demon ancestor? Why were they not devoured and refined? How was that possible? The 4th demon lord cultivated a powerful mystique that allowed him to devour all sorts of Tao treasures and refine the energy within them for his own use to strengthen himself. But now, Manjan's 9 devil Tao killing swords were not only not refined by the 4th demon ancestor, they even broke through his devil body. The 9 sword lights converged together, and actually turned the 4th demon ancestor's devil body into a bloody mist. How is this possible? The 4th demon ancestor's disbelieving will fluctuations emanated from within the blood mist. Humph, I already knew that you cultivated the devouring divine art. Do you really think I'm that stupid to give you 9 killing swords to devour? Manjan stared at the blood mist and sneered. As it turned out, he had long been prepared. He had spent thousands of years researching the weakness of the 4th devil ancestor. Finally, he had thought of a way to break the 4th devil ancestor's devouring sacred art. Although the 4th devil ancestor's devouring sacred art was known to be able to devour anything, there was one thing that the 4th devil ancestor's devouring sacred art couldn't devour. There was a danger zone in the central region called the Nether Spring. There was a Nether Spring there, and it was rumored that this Nether Spring was connected to the legendary 9 hells. Demonic tools tempered by the Nether Spring's water possessed an immortal property. Although the 4th devil ancestor's devouring sacred art was powerful, it couldn't devour devil treasures tempered with the spring water of the Hell Spring. This secret was known by very few people. Originally, even Manjan didn't know about it. But under a coincidental opportunity, he found out about it. Thus, tragedy befell the 4th devil ancestor just now. Let me send you on your way. Manjan sneered and pointed with his right hand. 9 sword lights instantly destroyed the ball of primordial spirit light in the blood mist. The 4th devil ancestor had fallen just like that. Old 4th! The 5th devil ancestor was about to go crazy when he saw the 4th devil ancestor being killed by Manjan. He wanted nothing more than to devour Manjan alive, but he was entangled by an expert. It was an expert of the demon spider race. It was a crimson blood demon spider. Its 8 sharp claws were like 8 heavenly blades that slashed at the 5th devil ancestor, tearing the void apart. Qian, do you really want to risk your life? The 5th devil ancestor roared as he attacked. The strength of the crimson blood demon spider Qian was undeniable. Although Qian was his subordinate, his background was very powerful. What do you think? I can only live after killing you, Qian said coldly. Reality was cruel. He didn't dare to provoke Gu Fei, but he had the strength to fight the 5th devil ancestor. If he fought against Gu Fei, he would end up like the 1st devil ancestor, killed by Gu Fei in a single slash. He would die without a doubt. But if he fought against the 5th devil ancestor, he still had a chance of winning. Therefore, Qi Yan could only attack the fifth devil ancestor. Preposterous! Go to hell! The fifth devil ancestor was enraged. He attacked with all his might. Devil marks rushed out from his hands and rushed towards Qi Yan. The powerful strength of a devil ancestor erupted from the devil marks. Chapter 3185. At this time, there was no need for Gu Fei to take action. This earth-shattering battle had already reached the final juncture. The Destroying Gods Demon Palace had rebelled, and the remaining demon ancestors of the Destroying Gods Demon Palace could not even fend for themselves. They could no longer attack the camp of the mystical Demon Mountain. The surviving demon ancestors of the God-destroying Demon Palace were naturally aware of the current situation. However, they were entangled with their own people and could not escape. Apart from the sixth demon ancestor who had entered the depths of the starry sky with the Meng brothers, the fifth demon ancestor, the fourth demon ancestor, and the third demon ancestor were entangled. They have lost their momentum. I will go to the ancestors' land to take a look. On the deck of the Black Moon demonic ship, Tsang Ke, who was standing next to Gu Fei, suddenly said. Without waiting for Gu Fei to speak, he took a step forward and instantly disappeared into the void. Tsang Ke was different from the Blood Devil Child and the Meng brothers. He was not a slave of Gu Fei. He and Gu Fei were of the same generation. He could do whatever he wanted. This guy. Gu Fei shook his head and smiled helplessly. He really could not do anything to Tsang Quebec. At this time, the Golden Rock Elder also rushed out towards the ancestors' land of the God-destroying Demon Palace. In the blink of an eye, he disappeared into the dusky sky. Subsequently, Peng Shi and the Golden Rock Goddess also set off. Preposterous! Seeing the Golden Rock race heading towards the ancestors' land, the fourth demon ancestor and the others immediately knew what the Golden Rock race wanted to do. The fourth demon ancestor directly used his great divine ability to force Man Zhan to retreat. Then, he took a step forward and instantly disappeared into the void. Where do you think you are going? Man Zhan roared and directly chased after him, also disappearing into the void. At this time, the camp of the Exterminating Gods Demon Palace was in chaos. The devil experts who were still loyal to the Exterminating Gods Demon Palace, and those who had no choice but to fight against the devil experts who were loyal to the Exterminating Gods Demon Palace in order to survive. Battle cries shook the heavens and the earth. Experts of the demons were constantly falling. Their corpses fell from the sky, and the sky seemed to be raining black demon blood. The shattered magic tools kept falling down like meteors falling from the sky, directly falling to the ground. Boom! As loud sounds echoed, the earth fiercely undulated, just like waves. The power contained within those magic tool fragments was actually so shocking. A ball of demonic light descended from the sky and directly blasted a huge mountain. In the next moment, the demonic pattern dissipated in the void. Then, the entire mountain collapsed. Following the retreat of the fourth demon ancestor, the third and fifth demon ancestors wanted to retreat as well. However, their opponents were too strong, and it was impossible for them to escape. At this time, a middle-aged man appeared outside the ancestral land of the God-exterminating Demon Palace. He was a skinny middle-aged man, and there was a faint divine light around his body. Boom! With a muffled sound, the middle-aged man's fist had already landed on the protective shield outside the God-exterminating Demon Palace's ancestral land. The protective shield, which had been hidden in the void, immediately appeared. The middle-aged man was Tsang Quebec. Although it seemed like a casual punch, the power of this punch was definitely enough to smash a primordial demon mountain into pieces. It could easily kill a great demon Venerable, or even a demon ancestor. However, such a powerful force could not destroy the demonic light shield of the God-exterminating Demon Palace's ancestral land. Lend me a knife! At this moment, Gu Fei, who was on the deck, suddenly heard Pang Kei's words. Gu Fei did not say anything. In the next moment, the peerless knife in his hand flew out and disappeared in the void in the blink of an eye. That peerless knife was an extreme Dao weapon with a spirit. It was definitely not something that ordinary Tao weapons could compare to. At this time, outside the ancestral land of the god-exterminating demon palace, Sung Ke stretched out his hand, and a knife that emitted terrifying killing intent immediately fell into his hand. "Open for me!" Sung Ke held his saber with both hands and slashed at the demonic light shield with all his might. With a flash of the saber light, the demonic light shield in front of him was slashed open with a long gash. "Humph!" Sung Ke sneered and then stepped into the ancestral land of the god-exterminating demon palace. At this time, the ancestral land of the god-exterminating demon palace was incomparably quiet. There was not a single cultivator of the demons in the entire ancestral land. Sung Ke immediately released his divine consciousness, which immediately enveloped the entire ancestral land. Soon, he smiled and directly disappeared into the void. At this time, the Golden Rock Elder and the others also arrived outside the ancestral land of the god-exterminating demon palace. They saw that the hole in the demonic light shield was constantly shrinking, so they directly passed through the hole and entered the ancestral land of the god-exterminating demon palace. "You bastards, since there is no door to hell, you still insist on barging in. I will fulfill your wish." The figure of the fourth demon ancestor appeared in the sky above the ancestral land of the god-exterminating demon palace. Powerful demonic power erupted as the fourth demon ancestor activated the ancestral land's killing formation. Rumble! The heavens and the earth shook, and demonic patterns continuously appeared in the void. They interweaved into mysterious demonic diagrams, and a terrifying destructive power erupted. That layer of demonic light was actually shrinking. Wherever the demonic light passed, everything was obliterated. "What?" The Golden Rock Elder and the others who had already entered the ancestral land of the god-exterminating demon palace were shocked when they saw this scene. They hurriedly retreated towards the depths of the ancestral land of the god-exterminating demon palace. The ancestral land's killing formation was an extreme killing formation, and it could unleash extreme power. The Golden Rock Goddess, who had a slightly weaker cultivation, could not even think of resisting under the fluctuations of this power. She seemed to have been scared silly. "Humph!" At this time, in the depths of the ancestral land of the god-exterminating demon palace, a cold laugh came from a place with the densest spiritual energy of heaven and earth. Then, a black saber flew out from within. With a flash of saber light, that peerless ominous saber actually cut the fourth demon ancestor in half in an instant. His corpse fell from the sky. The murderous aura of the peerless ominous saber was enough to make the fourth demon ancestor's soul scatter the moment he was struck by the saber. This was because all the essence of the fourth demon ancestor was completely devoured by the peerless ominous saber the moment he was struck by the saber. Even his primordial spirit was devoured. At this time, the demonic light shield that enveloped the entire ancestral land was already shrinking. The pavilions in the ancestral land were directly obliterated by the demonic light, leaving nothing behind. The fourth demon ancestor had fallen. Out of the 7 demon ancestors of the god-exterminating demon palace, 4 had fallen. Only 3 were still alive. Just as the Golden Rock Elder and the others were in shock, the peerless ominous saber descended from the sky. It directly broke through the demonic light shield and stabbed into the ground. Buzz! Chapter 3186. The ancestral land of the god-destroying demon palace had been breached. The ancestor of the Chaos Golden Rock clan, Sung Ke, was harvesting all the resources that were useful to him. Rumble! A thunderous sound came from the depths of the ancestral land of the god-destroying demon palace. The earth shook and endless demon chi surged. The Golden Rock Elder and the others stared at the scene in the depths of the ancestral land in shock. Their ancestor had actually used a great divine power to imprison an earth demon vein. Sung Ke was trying to destroy the roots of the god-destroying demon palace. The earth demon vein was the foundation of the god-destroying demon palace. Of course, the earth demon vein was not like this many years ago. It was an earth ancestor vein. With the earth ancestor vein as the center, countless earth veins spread in all directions. It had to be said that the ancestral land of the god-destroying demon palace was really good. It was difficult to find such a treasured land without a master. Many years ago, the extreme demon ancestor of the god-destroying demon palace used a great divine sense to refine this earth ancestor vein. He turned it into an earth demon vein, and turned this treasured land into a demon domain. For demons, the ancestral land of the god-destroying demon palace was a holy place for cultivation. Cultivating here and absorbing the essence of the earth demon vein would naturally yield twice the result with half the effort. To put it bluntly, even a pig could become a big demon pig if it stayed in the ancestral land of the god-destroying demon palace for a long time. But at this time, Sun Ke forcibly captured the earth demon vein from the depths of the earth, and then directly used the divine way mysterious technique to refine the earth demon vein. What? Outside the ancestral land of the god-exterminating demon palace, many experts of the demon clan were stunned when they saw this scene. The earth demon vein contained an unimaginable amount of devil way essence. If Sun Ke could refine it for his own use, his cultivation would recover a lot. However, this demon vein wasn't that easy to refine because there was an extreme Dao seal on it. However, the extreme Dao seal wasn't a big deal to Tsung Quebec. This was because he had the peerless fierce saber that Gu Fei had lent him. At this time, the huge ancestral vein was like a black mountain range with no end in sight. Extreme demonic patterns kept appearing on its surface. This was the seal that the extreme path demon ancestor of the god-destroying demon palace had left behind. He had bound this earth demon vein deep underground in the god-destroying demon palace's ancestral land. Rumble! Terrifying waves of demonic power emanated from the earth demonic vein, and dark spatial cracks appeared in the void around the demonic vein. It was as if this world could not contain this earth demon vein. Ha ha! Sun Ke looked at the gigantic demon vein and couldn't help but laugh out loud. He stretched out his hand, and the peerless ominous saber that was stabbed into the ground immediately flew towards him and landed in his hand. What are you doing? Just at this time, an angry roar came from afar. A devil warship flew towards the ancestral land of the god-exterminating devil palace like a primordial devil mountain. An incomparably powerful figure stood on the deck of the ship. The demonic aura of a demon ancestor erupted from this figure, and the heavens and earth seemed to lose color. This demonic figure was the fifth demon ancestor. On the deck behind the fifth demon ancestor was a crimson demon spider the size of a small mountain. There was a bloody hole in the demon spider's head, and crimson demon blood was still seeping out of it. The powerful crimson blood demon spider had been killed by the fifth demon ancestor. It was also because of this that the fifth demon ancestor could return to the ancestral land. Reckless fool, I'll send you on your way. Sun Ke didn't even look at the fifth demon ancestor. He stretched out his left hand and slapped at the devil warship that was charging towards him. In the next moment, boom! With a loud bang, the oncoming demon warship was directly blown apart by his palm. Countless demon experts on the ship died in an instant. Even the fifth demon ancestor only had time to scream before he was blasted into a bloody mist by Sun Ke's palm. His body and soul were both destroyed. Who was Sun Ke? The fifth demon ancestor dared to shout at him. He was definitely courting death. Seeing the elder ancestor blow up a devil warship with one palm and kill the fifth demon ancestor, even the Golden Rock Elder couldn't help but be moved. It should be known that the fifth demon ancestor was definitely not a weakling, but in front of the elder ancestor, he didn't even have the strength to fight back. At this time, Sun Ke had already slashed at the earth demon vein in front of him. Wherever the blade passed, the layers of demonic patterns were cut open like thin paper. The extreme Dao seal seemed to be unable to withstand a single blow in front of the peerless ominous blade. The earth demon vein was immediately cut open by the peerless ominous blade. An extremely pure demonic essence chi immediately gushed out from the opening. Sun Ke didn't dare to be careless. He hurriedly used his Xian Qi to refine the demonic essence Qi into pure divine essence Qi. He then directly absorbed it, and turned it into his own primordial Qi. With his cultivation, he could easily transform most of the essence Qi in the world into divine essence Qi for his divine body to absorb. Even demonic chi was the same. At this time, a figure appeared in the distant sky. That person was Gu Fei. Gu Fei couldn't help but be moved when he saw the scene in the depths of the ancestral land of the god-destroying demon palace. That Sun Ke was really ruthless. He actually imprisoned the earth demon vein. This was equivalent to cutting off the roots of the god-destroying demon palace. When Gu Fei arrived outside the ancestral land of the god-destroying demon palace, the camp of the god-destroying demon palace had already collapsed. Countless experts of the demons fled in all directions. Even the killing formation of the god-destroying demon palace's 100,000 soldiers in the ancestral city had collapsed. There were internal problems. Some wanted to surrender, and some wanted to continue fighting. The camp of the god-destroying demon palace was divided into two camps. Not all the experts of the demons were die-hard loyal to the god-destroying demon palace. Most of the experts of the demons didn't want to die. When the news of the fall of the fifth demon lord spread, more experts of the demons chose to stand on the side of the Black Demon Mountain. Therefore, those who were loyal to the god-destroying demon palace fled in defeat. When the third demon lord saw that the situation wasn't good, he also turned around and fled. He didn't even want the demon worship. The one fighting with the third demon lord was the expert of the war demon clan, Man Xiong. Naturally, Man Xiong wouldn't let the third demon lord escape so easily. He immediately chased after him. The two figures were extremely fast. In the blink of an eye, they rushed into the sky and entered the starry sky. "I've been waiting for you for a long time." At this time, an angry roar resounded in the starry sky. Then, a magic net descended from the sky and directly trapped the third demon lord. The magic net shrank and flew back, landing in the hands of a demonic figure. Chapter 3187. 5 of the 7 great demon ancestors of the exterminating demon palace had already fallen. Apart from the 6th demon ancestor who fought with the Meng brothers, only the 3rd demon ancestor was left. The 3rd demon ancestor wanted to escape when he saw that the situation wasn't good. However, the moment he rushed into the starry sky, he was caught by a demonic net. Then, he was lifted by a demon expert. That guy finally came. At this time, the experts of the mystical demon mountain couldn't help but be shocked. The expert who captured the 3rd demon ancestor was actually Mo Mingtian. "It's you?" At this time, the 3rd demon ancestor also recognized Mo Mingtian. Mo Mingtian was the number 1 demon in the eastern region. The 3rd demon ancestor naturally recognized him. "Mo Mingtian, we have no enmity with you. Why did you attack me?" the 3rd demon ancestor said angrily. "Haha, you have no enmity with me, but you have enmity with my master," Mo Mingtian said with a smile. "What?" The 3rd demon ancestor couldn't help but be shocked and angry. Could it be that this Mo Mingtian had also surrendered to the mystical demon mountain? How could this be? One should know that this guy was the number 1 demon in the eastern region. The 3rd demon ancestor didn't know that Mo Mingtian had already surrendered to Gu Fei. The 3rd demon ancestor had been in seclusion all year round. This time, if it wasn't for the exterminating demon palace being in a life and death situation, he wouldn't have come out. "What and what? You should just obediently accept your death." After saying that, Mo Mingtian directly used his demonic arts and activated the demonic net in his hand. Waves of demonic flames immediately emerged from the net and burned towards the 3rd demon ancestor. "Haha, you want to kill me? You aren't qualified." The 3rd demon ancestor who was trapped in the demonic net suddenly laughed. At the same time, a demonic light emerged from his body and blocked the demonic flames. "Break for me!" the 3rd demon ancestor roared angrily. The demonic light on his body immediately swept out like a raging wave. It was unstoppable and actually broke the demonic net in Mo Mingtian's hand. Just as the 3rd demon ancestor was about to break free, a figure darted over from the side. A demon's spear pierced right through the forehead of the 3rd demon ancestor. A stream of demonic blood flowed down from the 3rd demon ancestor's forehead, making him look even more ferocious. "Roar!" The third devil ancestor roared into the sky. Monstrous demonic she erupted from his body and instantly enveloped half of the starry sky. It's just a deathbed struggle, Mo Mingtian sneered. At the same time, a terrifying aura that made even the third demon ancestor's heart palpitate spread from his body. A hideous skull emerged from his body. Swoosh! The skull rushed out of Mo Mingtian's body and swallowed the third demon ancestor in a single gulp. Roar! The third devil ancestor's terrified voice rang out from within the skull. Very quickly, the third devil ancestor's voice faded away, and a devil spear fell out of the skull's mouth. My Dao weapon. Man Xiong extended his right hand, and the devil's spear immediately flew back to his hand. When he looked down, he was dumbfounded. The demonic nature of the devil's spear had disappeared, and it had turned into scrap metal. Man Xiong's forehead was sweating. This Mo Mingtian was indeed powerful, much more powerful than the rumors said. Although Man Xiong was unhappy that his Dao weapon had been destroyed, he didn't dare to cause trouble for Mo Mingtian. One should know that in the primal chaos devil world, the strong were respected. Even if Mo Mingtian killed him, he could only blame himself for being unlucky. No one would stand up for him. Man Xiong was very clear that although he was an expert of the Battle Devil clan, the Battle Devil clan would definitely not want to provoke a malignant star like Mo Mingtian. Mo Mingtian was the #1 demon in the eastern region. This was a name he earned through killing. Although Mo Mingtian's territory was in the eastern region, the experts of the central region had also heard of his ferocious might. At this time, the skull that rushed out of Mo Mingtian's body seemed to burp and spat out a mouthful of foul air. Then, it flew back to Mo Mingtian and entered his body. Man Xiong was startled when he saw this scene. Could it be that Mo Mingtian's skull was a demon weapon with a soul? How could this be possible? Because only demon weapons of extreme path had a soul. The third demon ancestor had fallen. He was directly refined by Mo Mingtian's skull, and both his body and soul were destroyed. At this time, only the sixth demon ancestor was left out of the 7 demon ancestors of the God Extermination Demon Palace. The sixth demon ancestor was extremely powerful, and he was fighting the Meng brothers. No one knew the outcome of this battle because no one went to the depths of the starry sky to watch the battle. With the fall of the third demon ancestor, the experts of the demons who were loyal to the God Extermination Demon Palace despaired. Some died in battle, and some chose to escape. However, the Black Devil Palace's experts still managed to catch up to the escaping Devil Race experts and beheaded them. Black Demon Mountain Lord led a group of experts to clean up the battlefield. Mo Mingtian didn't meet up with Black Demon Mountain Lord. Instead, he directly rushed towards the ancestral land of the God Extermination Demon Palace. Boom! At this time, with an earth-shattering sound, the void above the God Extermination Demon Palace suddenly collapsed, and a demon jar actually rushed out. A heaven-devouring power was released from the demon jar, and then it swallowed the earth demon vein below. When Gu Fei saw this demon jar, he was startled because this demon jar was the heaven-devouring demon jar from back then. However, Gu Fei clearly remembered that he had destroyed the demonic pot back then, so how could it appear here in perfect condition? When the heaven-devouring demon jar was about to swallow the earth demon vein, a demon eye rushed out from the primal chaos that was broken by the heaven-devouring demon jar and came to the side of the demon jar. It's that demon eye? Gu Fei was startled when he saw the demonic eye. Back then, the appearance of the demonic eye in the burning demon desolate domain had shocked the world. But now, when the demonic eye appeared once again, the aura on it had been greatly restrained. At the moment when the demon eye appeared, in another part of the void collapsed, and a blood-red heart rushed out from the shattered void. Gu Fei's expression was extremely solemn. The demon eye of annihilation and the ancestral god's heart had appeared here at the same time. This was definitely not a good thing. It seemed that both the demon eye of annihilation and the ancestral god's heart wanted to obtain the earth demon vein. The importance of the earth demon vein was self-evident. It had attracted the strongest existence in the chaos demon world to come personally. Chapter 3188. The heaven-devouring demonic pot appeared once again, and a powerful devouring power immediately surged out from it. The mouth of the pot seemed to have turned into a terrifying black hole, and the devouring power erupted. The entire void of the world was collapsing and annihilating, and was devoured by the pot. Sun Ke, who bore the brunt of the devouring power that erupted from the heaven-devouring demonic pot, was directly pulled towards the pot. What? Sun Ke turned pale with fright. He did not dare to be negligent, and quickly performed the supreme killing technique of the divine path. 2 immortal divine lights rushed out from his back, directly breaking the devouring power that erupted from the killing light of the heaven-devouring demonic pot, and then rushed out. Buzz! The heaven-devouring demonic pot vibrated, and rays of extreme path demonic inscriptions emerged from it. An even more powerful devouring power immediately erupted from the top of the pot, and it went to devour Sun Quebec. This time, Sun Ke would not fall for it so easily. He took a step forward, and instantly disappeared into the void. The void that he was just in immediately collapsed, annihilated, and was devoured by the heaven-devouring demonic pot. At this moment, a blurry demonic shadow emerged from the top secret demonic eye. The demonic shadow stretched out its hand, and directly grabbed the earth demon vein in the air. Rumble! The huge demon vein was shaking, and there were actually signs of it being taken away. The demon eye of annihilation was frantically devouring the earth demon vein's essence chi. This was a plundering devouring. Rays of demonic light continuously rushed out from the earth demon vein, and then entered the demon eye of annihilation. This kind of extremely pure demonic essence chi did not need to be refined at all. It could be devoured by the demon eye of annihilation, and turned into its own demonic primordial essence chi. However, at this moment, a divine light transformed into a peerless divine sword, and it descended from the sky, slashing towards the demon eye of annihilation. Extreme path divine power erupted. This was the ancestral god's heart making a move. A divine shadow emerged from the ancestral god's heart, and it was this blurry divine shadow that was performing the ultimate sword principle. The sword descended from the sky, as though it was splitting the entire world in half. The demonic shadow on the demon eye of annihilation waved its right hand, and the heaven-devouring demonic pot that was fighting with Sun Ke immediately flew back and landed in the hand of the demonic shadow. Buzz! The heaven-devouring devil jar vibrated. In the hands of Mo-ing, this devil jar displayed a supreme demonic might. Mo-ing raised the devil jar in his hand, and the peerless sword light that fell from the sky was sucked into the devil jar. Humph! The divine figure in the sky continued to attack. Boundless divine power rapidly condensed, and 9 beams of sword light appeared in the sky. Each beam of sword light was erupting with extreme sword chi. Swoosh! Under the control of Shining, the 9 beams of sword light slashed down from the sky. The terrifying waves of sword chi caused heaven and earth to lose their color. The remnant soul of the extreme Tao ancestral god was going all out. If the demon eye of annihilation devoured the earth ancestral vein, the remnant soul of the extreme Tao ancestral god would be able to reconstruct his nascent divinity, and regain his former supreme demonic might. Of course, if this earth devil vein was refined and devoured by the ancestor god's heart, the ancestor god's remnant soul would be able to reform and regain the cultivation base and battle prowess of an extreme great ancestor god. The earth ancestral vein in the ancestral ground of the god-exterminating devil palace had existed for countless years. The demonic essence that it had condensed was naturally enormous to an unimaginable extent. Sun Ke had only devoured a small portion of the essence of the devil vein, and he could already feel that his cultivation base had recovered a little. Naturally, he would not allow the demon eye of annihilation to take away the devil vein just like that. Kill! Sun Ke roared angrily. He held the saber with both hands and directly slashed at the demon eye of annihilation. An extremely overbearing saber light immediately rushed out from the peerless saber in his hand. Roar! A dragon's roar resounded through the sky. The extreme saber light that rushed out from the peerless saber turned into a huge dragon, and fiercely pounced towards the demon eye of annihilation. What? The demonic figure on the demon eye of annihilation was shocked to see this scene. The extreme ferocious might that erupted from the peerless saber made him feel uneasy. He was facing enemies from both sides and could only decisively give up on devouring the essence of the devil vein. Then, he used the heaven-devouring demonic jar to protect himself and directly rushed out. He dodged the 9 incomparably sharp sword lights that the remnant soul of the Supreme Ancestor God had unleashed, and also dodged Sun Kei's domineering saber. Gu Fei, who was standing high up in the sky, was shocked to see this scene. These 3 experts were not true extreme grade supremes, but they could all use the power of the extreme grade. Even a quasi-supremes would be as weak as an ant in front of these guys. Let's go and join in the fun! As Gu Fei spoke, the shadow of an ancient cauldron immediately emerged from his body. A powerful aura of the extreme grade spread out from his body. He fused with the mountain and river cauldron, as if he had transformed into an extreme grade supreme being. The terrifying aura of the extreme grade supreme being caused the entire world to shake and crack. Sun Kei and the others immediately felt the great pressure from Gu Fei, especially from the demon eye of annihilation and the ancestral god's heart. One must know that Sun Kei still had a complete primordial spirit and divine body, but the demon eye of annihilation and the ancestral god's heart only had remnant souls. Swoosh! Gu Fei took a step forward and instantly joined the battle. He directly punched the demon eye of annihilation. The violent fist force collapsed the void and blasted the demon eye of annihilation into the chaotic void. However, in the next moment, the demon eye of annihilation rushed out from the chaos. The demonic figure that appeared from the demon eye of annihilation activated the heaven-devouring demonic jar in its hand and tried to devour Gu Fei. Gu Fei smiled. He did not dodge at all. The terrifying devouring power of the heaven-devouring demonic jar directly enveloped him, and the void around him collapsed. However, what shocked the experts was that Gu Fei seemed to be standing casually, but he was as still as a mountain. No matter how powerful the devouring power of the heaven-devouring demonic jar was, it could not move him at all. He had fused with the mountain and river cauldron. Devouring him was equivalent to devouring the mountain and river cauldron. Since ancient times, there had never been an extreme-grade demonic weapon that could devour the mountain and river cauldron. Haha, this move of yours is useless against me. Gu Fei smiled as he took large strides forward. He threw another punch at the demon eye of annihilation that had just rushed out from the chaos. Simple and direct attacks were often able to bring out the greatest power. Gu Fei's cultivation had already reached the level of returning to one's natural state. What he pursued was a one-hit kill. The simpler the move, the better. However, in the eyes of his opponents, Gu Fei's attack was another matter. The other opponents only felt that Gu Fei's punch could not be avoided at all. This was an invincible punch. Even the remnant soul of the demon eye of annihilation was extremely shocked. Clang! Chapter 3189. In the ancestral land of God-destroying Demon Palace, the appearance of the Earth Demon Vein had attracted the demon eye of annihilation and the ancestral god's heart. Back in the burning demon desolate domain, the demon eye of annihilation and the ancestral god's heart broke the seal and rushed out of the burning demon desolate domain. After a great battle, they disappeared. But now, the demon eye of annihilation and the ancestral god's heart seemed to have recovered quite a bit of their cultivation. They actually came out to fight with Sun Kei for the Earth Demon Vein. Sun Kei had a peerless ominous saber in his hand, so he was naturally not afraid of the demon eye of annihilation and the ancestral god's heart. At this time, Gu Fei also merged with the mountain and river cauldron and joined the battle. He punched the heaven-devouring demon jar. A violent power instantly erupted from Gu Fei's fist. The entire void was shaking, and cracks appeared on the heaven-devouring demon jar. At the same time, Gu Fei was also pushed back by the powerful power that erupted from the heaven-devouring demon jar. You! An unbelievable wave of divine thoughts came from the demonic shadow on the demon eye of annihilation. The remnant soul of the extreme demon ancestor was shocked. This guy could actually resist the power of the heaven-devouring demon jar and not be devoured by it. Moreover, he could even cause cracks to appear on the heaven-devouring demon jar that had been repaired with great difficulty. The original heaven-devouring demon jar had already been smashed by Gu Fei. It was unknown what method the remnant soul of the extreme demon ancestor and the demon eye of annihilation used to repair the heaven-devouring demon jar. Just as the remnant soul of the extreme demon ancestor was shocked, the remnant soul of the extreme demon ancestor had already attacked. The two shadows fought fiercely. The fluctuation of the extreme demon ancestor's power was vast and mighty. The entire heaven and earth were destroyed, and the mighty residual power directly destroyed the ancestral land of God-destroying Demon Palace. The land within a radius of hundreds of thousands of miles was sinking, as if doomsday had arrived. At this time, be it the remnants of the Black Demon Mountain or the God-destroying Demon Palace, they had already hidden far away from the ancestral land of God-destroying Demon Palace. But even though they were so far away, the aura of the extreme Tao still arrived, causing the souls of countless experts to tremble and tremble. The more powerful the existence, the more intense this feeling would be. The great demon venerables were unable to withstand the suppression of the aura. They were terrified and had no choice but to retreat further away. Some even left the central region. All the demons in the central region were alarmed, especially the primitive demons in the central region. These primitive demons had an incomparably deep foundation. An unimaginably powerful existence came out of the primitive demons' ancestral land. At the same time, the news of the destruction of the God-exterminating Demon Palace also spread. Instantly, everyone was shocked. Countless demons couldn't believe it. One must know that the God-exterminating Demon Palace was also a demonic force established by the primitive demons. Since the mystic Demon Mountain could destroy the destruction God Demon Palace, then the mystic Demon Mountain could also destroy the other primitive demons. This made all the Devil Path forces feel uneasy. Kill! At this time, Gu Fei also joined the battle. His fist smashed the heaven and earth, and even the stars in the starry sky fell from the sky. He was like a peerless war ancestor descending to the world, fighting against the heaven-devouring demon jar with his fists. Just when Gu Fei blocked the heaven-devouring demon jar, Sun Ke took the opportunity to attack the demon eye of annihilation. The peerless ominous saber in his hand directly slashed at the remnant soul of the extreme demon ancestor. In an instant, 3 experts attacked the remnant soul of the extreme demon ancestor at the same time. Even if the remnant soul of the extreme demon ancestor was stronger, it couldn't resist such an attack. Very soon, the remnant soul that appeared on the demon eye of annihilation was blasted away. Swoosh! At this time, the closed demon eye finally showed its power. The demon eye opened abruptly, and a destructive demonic light immediately rushed out from the demon eye, piercing towards Gu Fei. At the same time, the demon eye of annihilation kept rushing out from the demon eye, piercing towards Sun Ke and the ancestor god's heart. At the same time, it attacked the 3 experts. Has this guy lost his mind? Gu Fei couldn't help but be shocked when he saw this. Even if the demon eye of annihilation was stronger, it couldn't defeat the 3 experts unless a miracle happened. Melt! Gu Fei used secret art of the 9 secrets of immortal Tao, nihility, to melt the demon light of annihilation that pierced through the heart of annihilation. Then, he pounced forward ferociously, raised his fist, and smashed it towards the demon eye of annihilation. At the same time that Gu Fei showed his power, Sun Ke destroyed the demon eye of annihilation that pierced through the demon eye of annihilation with his saber, and charged towards the demon eye of annihilation. The remnant soul of the extreme demon ancestor on the ancestor god's heart of annihilation entangled the extreme demon soul. With the 3 experts working together, the demon eye of annihilation was no match for the extreme demon artifact, the heaven-devouring demon jar. The heaven-devouring demon jar was sent flying by Gu Fei's punch. Swoosh! An overbearing saber light flashed, and the demon eye of annihilation was split in half by Sun Ke's saber. You! The remnant soul of the extreme demon ancestor was shocked and angry. He did not dare to continue fighting and directly forced the remnant soul of the extreme demon ancestor to retreat. Then, he merged with the demon eye of annihilation that was split in half, tore the void, and escaped into the chaos. Gu Fei and Sun Ke did not chase into the chaos, nor did they move the ancestor god's heart. This was because the demon eye of annihilation was severely injured, and it would be a long time before it could come out to do evil. How about we refine this earth demon vein together? Gu Fei glanced at the remnant soul of the extreme demon ancestor god and said, "All right." The remnant soul of the extreme demon ancestor god agreed without hesitation. Then, the remnant soul rushed back and merged with the ancestor god's heart. In fact, the remnant soul of the extreme demon ancestor god knew that it was at a disadvantage. If Gu Fei and Sun Ke joined forces, it would not be a match for them, and it could only escape. However, Gu Fei and Sun Ke also had concerns. The longer it dragged on, the more experts of the demons would know that the earth demon vein had appeared. No one knew if there were any experts of the extreme Tao in the chaos demon realm. If there were two experts like Sun Ke, it would not be fun. Without hesitation, Gu Fei and the others directly used their divine sense to refine this huge earth demon vein with all their strength. The essence chi of the earth demon vein was continuously refined and devoured by them. The three auras of the extreme Tao spread between heaven and earth. Not only were the demons in the central region extremely terrified, but the experts of the demons in other regions could also feel the three auras of the extreme Tao. For a moment, all the experts of the demons in the chaos demon realm were alarmed. For some old demons, the extreme Tao aura of the divine Tao was not strange. Is the extreme Tao ancestor god of the ancestor god realm here again? Chapter 3190. There were no longer any demons in the vicinity of the ancestral ground of the god-exterminating demon palace. The aura of the extreme Tao shrouded the area, and no other demons could withstand it. In the center of the area, there was a black mountain range that was tens of thousands of miles long. It was an earth demon vein that was trapped from the ground by a supreme divine power. This demonic vein was like a sleeping demonic dragon, and it was an extreme demonic dragon. Of course, the earth demonic vein had gathered endless demonic chi, and the demonic essence chi was not inferior to a real extreme demonic ancestor. This was also the reason why even the demon eye of annihilation and the ancestral god's heart jumped out. If they could devour such a large amount of demonic chi essence, even if they could not completely recover their former cultivation, they could at least recover 70% to 80%. Rumble! High up in the sky, the huge demon vein was shaking. Gu Fei, the ancestral god's heart, and Sun Ke were using their mystic arts to devour the demonic chi essence. At this moment, with the earth demon vein as the center, Gu Fei and the others had jointly set up a super-killing formation. Anyone who entered would die. Even if the heavenly horned demon from the falling moon demon palace came, he would not dare to enter the killing formation set up by three supreme martial artists who were not supreme martial artists. This great formation could also isolate the aura of the earth demon vein and greatly reduce the power of the extreme Tao. Otherwise, countless living beings would be engulfed by the power of the extreme Tao. In the center of this peerless killing formation, there was a heaven steel that emitted the divine light of the three realms. This was the three boundaries steel. Gu Fei used the three boundaries steel to suppress the eye of the formation to ensure that nothing went wrong. Even if a supreme expert came with an extreme Tao demon weapon, they would not be able to break this killing formation in a short time. Of course, this was not what Gu Fei was relying on. Gu Fei, let me in. Just as Gu Fei was circulating his mysterious art to refine the earth demon vein, a voice suddenly rang out in his mind, causing him to be startled. Demon Rock Lady? Gu Fei immediately knew who the owner of this voice was. The Magic Rock Lady and her junior had been hiding in the dark and hadn't made a move. This was a hidden chess piece that Gu Fei had arranged. One must know that the Magic Rock Lady's cultivation was extremely strong. Just like Sun Ke, there was something wrong with her body, so her cultivation realm had fallen from the extreme grade supreme martial artist level. An existence like the demonic rock lady was naturally not an extreme supremacy, but she could use the extreme supremacy. Therefore, she was known as a supreme who was not a supreme. Be it in terms of strength or physical body, they were both at the level of an utmost being. The only thing he was lacking was his cultivation realm. He had the power and the supreme physique, but he couldn't use the extreme grade laws because the demonic rock lady and Sun Kei's cultivation realm had fallen from the extreme grade realm. What's going on? Both Sun Kei and the heart of the ancestral god sensed a powerful aura appearing outside the formation. There were experts whose cultivation and battle prowess were no weaker than theirs who were blocked outside by the formation. A fellow Taoist is coming, Gu Fei said. It's her? At this moment, Sun Kei recognized the person. It was a familiar aura. What do you think? Asked Gu Fei. After all, they had worked together to chase away the demon eye of annihilation. He naturally had to ask for Sun Kei's and the heart of the ancestral god's opinion. You decide. Sun Kei and the heart of the ancestral god didn't have any objections because they knew how important Gu Fei was. They wouldn't go against him. To a certain extent, Gu Fei was in charge of everything. At this time, outside the supreme killing array, a masked woman in black was waiting anxiously. Gu Fei actually devoured the demon vein's essence with an outsider and didn't call me. I'm so angry, the masked woman muttered to herself. Right at this moment, a door suddenly appeared in front of the black-clothed masked woman without any warning, startling the masked woman. This masked woman was none other than the demonic rock lady. Come in! Gu Fei's voice rang in the demonic rock lady's mind. The demonic rock lady was overjoyed. She quickly rushed into the void door and disappeared inside. This was the life door of the peerless killing formation that Gu Fei had opened. Through the life door, one could pass through the killing formation without encountering any danger. However, if Gu Fei had opened the death door, it would be fun. Anyone who entered would definitely die. Even the demonic rock lady with her cultivation would not be an exception. One must know that this killing formation was set up by Gu Fei, Sun Kei, and the heart of the ancestral god. It was specifically used to stop peerless experts like Sun Kei and the demonic rock lady. What a pure demonic energy! The moment the demonic rock lady passed through the killing formation, she could not help but exclaim. She felt a thick wave of essence rushing towards her. It was as if her entire body was bathed in essence that had almost solidified. All the pores on her body opened up, greedily devouring the demonic essence around her. Without any hesitation, the demonic rock lady sat cross-legged in the void and attracted the surrounding essence. The surrounding essence immediately gathered towards her. Under the frenzied devouring of the four experts, the enormous demonic vein of earth that had been imprisoned in the void was rapidly losing its essence. However, the essence of the demonic vein of earth was simply too vast. Even the four experts could not refine it all in a short period of time. Rumble! The ancestral earth vein was shaking. A dazzling chaotic divine light enveloped Gu Fei's body. Endless demonic energy gathered towards him and was converted into chaotic energy before entering his body. The chaotic essence in Gu Fei's body was constantly condensing and being refined into his muscles, bones, and flesh. Of course, this level of chaotic essence was not enough for Gu Fei's martial body to undergo another transformation. It was too difficult for him to take the final step. Gu Fei was very clear that what he had to do was actually very simple. He had to refine the essence of the demonic vein of earth as much as he could in preparation for the final step. However, no one knew how to take that step. Not even Gu Fei. Even though he was a martial arts inheritor, he did not know. This was because he had to completely rely on himself to take this step. No one could help him. As for Sun Kei, he was devouring the demonic chi like a ravenous wolf. Endless demonic chi was crazily rushing towards him. The pitch-black demonic energy instantly turned into a dazzling divine light. Sun Kei was in dire need of essence because his entire body was lacking it. The demonic energy was constantly being refined into divine essence and absorbed by his divine body. His entire body was radiating divine light. Every inch of his flesh and bones was greedily devouring the divine essence. Chapter 3191. While the four supreme experts were dividing the essence of the earth demon vein, four extremely powerful auras erupted around the earth ancestral vein. The might of the extreme path filled the world. However, with the suppression of the peerless killing formation, the four extreme Taoists were greatly weakened. Even so, the four extreme Taoists still managed to pass through the killing formation and reach the outside world. Although it was a very weak extreme Tao aura, it still caused countless devil race beings to be extremely terrified. No one dared to rashly approach that super killing formation. Only powerful existences with extreme path demonic weapons dared to approach the supreme killing formation. Some extremely powerful figures began to appear near the supreme killing formation. Some unimaginable existences were finally alarmed. The heavenly horn demon in the western region wasn't the only supreme existence in the chaotic demon world. There were other supreme beings who weren't supremes. These existences were the most powerful beings in the world. There should be such existences among the primitive demons. In the supreme killing formation, next to the huge earth demon vein, an ancestral god's heart was constantly changing. Flesh and blood were gradually growing on the ancestral god's heart. As the demon chi was constantly refined into divine path essence, and then absorbed the divine path essence, the ancestral god's heart was being reborn in blood. Several hours later, a figure appeared in the void. It was a powerful silhouette, its entire body radiating boundless divine light. Ancient divine patterns rushed out from this silhouette, and then imprinted themselves onto this silhouette. The ancestral god's heart had become a thing of the past. The remnant soul of the extreme path ancestral god had finally reconstructed his physical body. It was a young man. He was tall and handsome. Good heavens! Sensing the shocking changes in the ancestral god's heart, Gu Fei and the others were extremely shocked. It should be known that the rebirth of flesh and blood was too shocking. Of course, this kind of thing had happened before. In the past, Gu Fei had already seen this kind of technique. However, the technique of that existence back then was much more brilliant and thorough than this guy's. As the endless earth demon vein's essence was continuously devoured by the four experts, the entire earth demon vein began to shrink. Even if the four great experts joined forces, it was not something that could be done in a short period of time if they wanted to completely divide up the earth demon vein. It would take time. Unknowingly, another 10 to 12 hours had passed. The earth demon vein was still gradually shrinking. However, according to the rate at which the earth demon vein was shrinking, it seemed that it would take at least 10 to 15 days for Gu Fei and the others to completely absorb the essence of the earth demon vein. At this time, it was already night time. The sky was filled with stars. Under the curtain of night, the area enveloped by the super-killing formation was completely silent. Not even a single creature could be seen. Boom! At this moment, a loud sound suddenly came from outside. The entire killing array shook for a moment as a terrifying aura of extreme Tao surged in from outside. What? Gu Fei and the others were startled by the sudden loud noise. Dense Tao patterns appeared in the void and intertwined to form a mysterious array diagram. The extreme Tao's power erupted, and the super formation gradually stabilized. What's going on? Song Ke said. His voice sounded in Gu Fei's mind. He was communicating with Gu Fei using his divine consciousness. Someone can't sit still anymore. Gu Fei transmitted his voice. It was obvious that there was an extreme Tao's power colliding with this super killing array. However, this killing array was not simple. Even if someone used an extreme Tao's demonic weapon, it would be difficult to break this super killing array. Who's going to get rid of that guy? The young man who was reborn from the ancestor god's heart said. Let's not care about the person outside first. Right now, raising our cultivation and combat power is the most important thing, an open lady said. She greedily devoured the essence around her. She did not need to refine the essence of the earth demon vein at all. She could almost directly devour and absorb this kind of essence. That's right! Gu Fei nodded. This super-killing array used the Three Boundaries Monument to suppress the formation I. If one wanted to break the array, they would have to have the ability to resist the Three Boundaries Monument. Buzz! At this time, the Three Boundaries Monument that was floating high in the sky let out a loud sound. The killing array that was still shaking continuously immediately stabilized. Huh! At this time, outside the super-killing array, a figure looked at this scene in disbelief. It was a middle-aged man wearing a purple robe. This middle-aged man looked very majestic. He had a straight eyebrow and blood-red long hair draped over his shoulders. He was also tall and his body was emitting an extremely powerful demonic aura. The middle-aged man was holding a demonic treasure in his right hand. It was a black pagoda. The black pagoda had 9 floors. In each floor, there was a fire of death burning. This 9-floor demonic pagoda emitted an extreme Tao's chi that caused people's hearts to palpitate. This was an extreme Tao's demonic weapon. Luo, did you not eat? Are you out of strength? You can't even break a killing array. At this time, another figure appeared outside the super-killing array. It was an old man in black. This old man was carrying a turtle shell on his back. Humph! Luo did not say anything. He stared at the old man, his eyes flashing with ferocity. This Luo was the white-haired elder of the Lu clan. No one knew what he was doing. His white hair had turned black and his appearance had become younger. The old man had turned into a middle-aged man. This astonishing change caused the experts of the demons who recognized Luo to feel incredulous. What, you want to fight? The old man who had just arrived said disdainfully. He looked at Luo with a sharp light in his eyes. Do you think I'm afraid of you? Luo stared at the old man and said coldly. He moved his feet and was about to attack. However, at this time, another figure descended from the sky and landed directly between Luo and the old man. What? Luo and the old man were shocked. They looked carefully and saw that the person who suddenly descended from the sky was a white-haired young man. It's you? When Luo and the old man saw the white-haired young man, they couldn't help but be shocked. This guy's origin was very powerful. He was the descendant of the Nether Blood Sea. The white-haired young man's name was Shwet Sunxia. He was a demon ancestor from the Nether Blood Sea. He was extremely powerful. Even Luo was afraid of him. The 3 great experts had arrived at the same time. It seemed that the other forces could not sit still and were about to attack. However, the super-killing array that Gu Fei and the others had set up was not to be trifled with. The 3 great experts had arrived at the same time. It seemed that the other forces could not sit still and were about to attack. Chapter 3192. The commotion caused by Gu Fei and the others refining the earth demon vein was too great. The power of the extreme way spread out. Not only did the countless living beings in the central region sense this aura, even the true supreme living beings in the chaos demon realm were alarmed. Even the experts of the demons who had been sleeping for countless years were startled awake, thinking that another battle of the extreme way had broken out in the chaos demon realm. It should be known that if another battle of the extreme way broke out in the chaos demon realm, it would definitely be a disaster. The war that happened countless years ago had almost crippled the chaos demon realm and the ancestral god realm. Countless living beings of the 2 realms had perished in that war. Many old antiques directly broke through the void and rushed towards the location of the palace of God, destroying demons in the central region. Some old antiques who were close to the palace had already appeared 1,000,000 miles away from the palace. Powerful figures paced back and forth. They didn't dare to move forward because the supreme killing formation was right in front of them. If the aura of the extreme way was vast and mighty, no one would dare to barge in. Damn, this killing formation covers a radius of hundreds of thousands of miles. It's definitely not something that a single person can set up. It seems like there are at least 2 old undyings involved. A formation grandmaster of the devil race saw through this super-killing formation. This formation grandmaster couldn't help but suck in a breath of cold air. In the primal chaos demon world, No one had laid down a killing formation of this level for tens of thousands of years. At this time, 3 great experts arrived outside the killing formation. They were Shwet Sengxiao of the Nether Blood Sea, Lu Ao of the Willow Demon Clan, and Shirtong of the Stone Demon Clan. Shirtong's figure was like that of a child, but he had white hair and eyebrows. He was an old man. Shirtong was driving a stone chariot that was pulled by a pair of stone horses. He sat high up on the chariot. Although his figure was like that of a child, the power that emanated from his small body was not to be underestimated. Compared to Lu Ao and Shwet Sengxiao, this guy was much more imposing. Lu Ao and Shwet Sengxiao were all alone and didn't have chariots or mounts. How about we join forces? Lu Ao glanced at Shwet Sengxiao and Shirtong. Join forces? Both Shirtong and Shwet Sengxiao were startled. They had never thought about this before. Actually, they knew very well that it was impossible for either of them to break through the peerless killing formation in front of them with their own strength. Within that supreme killing formation, the phantom of an ancient monument could be seen faintly. That was the manifestation of a heaven-shaking and earth-shattering energy. They could already tell that it was a supreme Tao treasure. The other party actually used an extreme Wei Dao artifact to guard this supreme killing formation. Who could break through it? Dao artifact? Soon, Shwet Sengxiao nodded. He too did not have confidence in breaking through this super killing formation. Seeing Shwet Sengxiao nod his head, Shirtong didn't seem to have any reason to refuse. Breaking this peerless killing formation was the most important thing right now. They had already received the news that the ancestral land of the god-destroying demon palace had been breached. Those people were currently devouring the essence energy of the earth demon vein in the ancestral land of the god-destroying demon palace. The earth demonic vein was very powerful, and the demonic Tao spirit chi it contained was so great that all the forces were envious. The Stone Demon Clan was one of the primordial demons of the Chaos Demon realm. The ancestor of the Stone Demon Clan was a supreme stone demon born from chaos. The Nether Blood Sea was also one of the primordial demons, because it had existed since the beginning of the world. It was unimaginably ancient. The 3 strongest primordial demons of the Chaos Demon realm had appeared in front of the supreme killing formation at the same time, and they had joined forces. When the news spread, all the old demons in the surrounding regions were shocked. Then let's do it, Lu Ao said. Then, a dark green demonic light rushed out from his body and soared into the sky, turning into a towering demonic willow. The huge demonic willow opened up the sky, as if it was splitting heaven and earth apart. It was extremely terrifying, and every willow branch hanging from the demonic willow danced in the air like a giant dragon. A branch of the Lu clan's ancestor? Shirtong couldn't help but be shocked. He didn't expect Lu Ao to bring such a thing. It was definitely comparable to an extreme demonic weapon. The demonic willow formed from a branch of the willow was so huge that it directly propped up the starry sky. There were stars circling around the demonic willow. Compared to the demonic willow, the stars in the starry sky were too small. Countless living beings in the central region saw the sudden appearance of this strange phenomenon. It was too shocking, and all the living beings who witnessed it were extremely shocked. The aura that spread from the demonic willow was too shocking. Even Shirtong and Shwet Sengxiao were stunned by what they saw. Although Lu Ao was a bastard, the thing he brought was really not bad. The demonic willow took root in the void, and actually began to devour the essence of the super-killing formation. Its willow branches fell from the starry sky, and directly pierced into the killing formation. "You two don't need to hide anymore," Lu Ao said proudly. The branch he brought with him was enough for him to sweep away all his enemies. However, it was still a little lacking if he wanted to break this super-killing formation. Buzz! In the killing formation, the ancient tablet appeared, and the 3 realms' divine light shot out from the ancient tablet. It directly forced the willow branch that pierced into the killing formation out. "All right." Shirtong nodded, and then opened his mouth to spit out a stone bead. The moment the stone bead flew out, it soared into the sky, and became as huge as a mountain. It directly suppressed the killing formation in front of it. Rumble! The heaven and earth shook, and there was actually some primordial chaos chi appearing on the stone bead. A strand of primordial chaos chi was enough to crush the mountains and rivers, and it had an incredibly terrifying power. The stone bead contained a strand of primordial chaos chi. One could imagine how heavy this stone bead was. If hit by it, even an old undying expert like Tsung-Ke would be seriously injured. Boom! With a loud noise, the primordial chaos demon bead directly smashed into the killing formation. Countless arrayed patterns appeared in the void, interweaving into ancient Tao diagrams. The layers of Tao diagrams stimulated the supreme power of the Great Path, and it actually blocked the primordial chaos demon bead. What? Shirtong was really shocked when he saw this scene. It should be known that no one knew the power of the primordial chaos demon bead better than him. This demon bead could smash anything, and as long as it was hit, even an extreme Tao treasure would be smashed away. Countless demonic patterns appeared on the primordial chaos demon bead, and the powerful power of the extreme Tao exploded from the demon bead. Rumble! The entire killing formation shook, and the two extreme Tao powers collided. The primordial chaos demon bead gradually sank down. What? Inside the super killing formation, Gu Fei and the others, who were refining the earth demon vein with all their strength, suddenly looked up. Through the layers of array diagrams, they were shocked to find that a demon bead was actually suppressing them. The primordial chaos demon bead of the Stone Demon Clan? The demonic rock lady said in surprise. Humph! Tsung-Ke was at a critical juncture, so he naturally didn't want to be disturbed. His face darkened, and he waved his right hand. An extremely domineering blade light immediately shot up into the sky, slashing at the demon bead that was descending from the sky. Why is this guy so angry? Gu Fei's eyelids twitched involuntarily when he saw this. Roar! An earth-shattering dragon's roar reverberated between heaven and earth. The peerless blade transformed into a black dragon that pierced through the layers of array diagrams and slammed into the demon bead. In the next moment, under Shirtong's dumbfounded gaze, his primordial chaos demon bead, which was shrouded in primordial chaos chi, was sent flying by a black dragon that had rushed out of the super killing formation. The giant demon bead was sent flying into the starry sky by the black dragon formed by the peerless blade, and an extremely domineering aura erupted from the black dragon. All the old demons outside the super killing formation were stupefied. That was the primordial chaos demon bead, the ultimate treasure of the Stone Demon Clan. How could it be sent flying? How was that possible? All of them found it hard to believe. Suddenly, the black dragon that had charged out of the super killing formation dissipated into the void and transformed into a black blade. It was a ferocious blade that possessed an extremely strong killing intent. All the old demons shuddered with fear when they saw the blade. The saber then fell from the sky into the super killing formation below. A supreme Tao artifact? Exclaimed one of the old demons. Only a truly flawless supreme Tao artifact could send the primordial chaos demon bead flying. The might of a flawless supreme Tao artifact was absolutely equivalent to an attack from an extreme Tao exalt. You reckless fools! If you don't fuck off, then I'll kill all of you! A murderous voice resounded from within the super killing formation. TCH. Who do you think you are? A real extreme Tao demon forefather? Shuet Sangxiao, who hadn't attacked yet, said disdainfully. I really was an extreme Tao demon forefather countless years ago. Suddenly, the voice resounded once more, and then a beam of demonic light charged out of the super killing formation. It transformed into the image of an enormous rock that swooped down towards Shuet Sangxiao. A supreme power erupted from the rock, and the surrounding space was instantly obliterated. It was a terrifying power that could destroy the heavens and the earth. What? Shuet Sangxiao's shock was no small matter. He hurriedly retreated, and at the same time, a ball of blood light rushed out from his body, turning into a terrifying pool of blood that swallowed the rock specter that was charging towards him. However, the devouring power from the blood pool was unable to devour the Kunping demonic image. The Kunping demonic image directly crashed into the blood pool. The pool of blood exploded, and dark blood splashed everywhere, directly drowning the Kuan Ping demonic shadow.